This is the Say It Can't Gamer, and you are live with the MMA. Oh!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA hoes, MMA hoes, MMA hoes, MMA hoes, MMA hoes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA hoes, MMA hoes, MMA hoes, MMA hoes, MMA hoes.
No way.
From the Queen Studios of New York.
Not the MMA holes unite. UFC 240. Cyborg versus Nunez 2. Is that happening? UFC Fight Week, PFL Fight Week, MMA news with the MMA.
Wonderful.
All right. Season 3, episode number 27. Here we are on the second channel. Jesse's yodeling. That's me. There's Jesse. What are you wearing? What shirt is that?
Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones.
What kind of question is that, Moss?
Wow. I didn't see. I just looked at it now.
It's Rolling Stones.
What's the occasion?
I just felt very today.
This? Mick Jagger. Could you give me your best Mick Jagger impersonation?
I can't. I'm sorry.
You gotta stick your tongue out and you gotta like arch your back, like do that weird shit. I don't know. All right. Jesse's got her Mick Jagger shirt on. I hope everyone is wonderful.
Wonderful.
And yeah, we have a lot to talk about tonight. Tomorrow's PFL. We're going to be reacting to that. We have Fuka Friday. We got 2 new Fuka Friday songs coming at you. The points songs. We said we were going to make our own unique songs for the points game. So there's going to be a points to JBH, points to Mystic. That will be on Friday. We also have a brand new thing on Friday called the Karaoke Wheel. So you'll be seeing more of that on Fuka Fuck Me in the ass.
Wonderful.
This is number one bullshit.
There we go. It wouldn't be a stream unless I stumbled over my words. Cyborg versus Nunez happened already. Cyborg is lined up this weekend. I mean, in a couple of weeks with this fight over here. And I'll show you. No, not this one. The fuck? I am not prepared today, Jesse.
What?
I am not
You're not prepared.
All right, so she's on UFC 240 already. And she's fighting a girl that her name is...
Who the fuck is that guy?
Pretty much, right? Felicia Spencer. She just fought. She looked very good against Tanya Evinger. Felicia Spencer gets Cris Cyborg, and then boom, all of a sudden...
This is number one bullshit.
We're hearing rumors of Cyborg versus Nunez too.
Yes.
Felicia Spencer very upset about this. She doesn't like the rumors. And I would be upset too if I was a Felicia Spencer.
Well, I wouldn't.
Why?
Because they're just rumors. Like, who cares? You know, true or not true, you know the truth. So what does it matter? Who gives a fuck? Let people have their rumors.
But what if it happens?
It's not gonna happen. You know it's not gonna happen.
No, I don't know. It's not gonna. Here's
the
how I
only
look
reason
at
it'll
it.
happen is if Felicia Spencer pulls out due to injury or illness, and Amanda Nunes steps in.
Let me ask you a question. Have we ever seen a fighter pulled off a card and they threw a better fighter on there, or a more likable fighter on there? We've seen it a million times.
The possibility is there. So that's the only reason I would see what happen. And Felicia Spencer's not going to get pulled out. We all know this. So just let them have their rumors. Why? She was kind of a bitch. Like, I'm not going to lie.
She was a bitch because it's probably going to happen.
Okay, like, I get you're offended. Oh, you're offended. Everybody gets offended about something. This is a fucking politically correct society, so everybody's going to get offended about something, right? But Felicia Spencer not only got offended, but, like, kind of, like trashy towards Cyborg.
I would be like that, too.
I would not.
Fuck. All right, so let me ask you a question.
It's just a rumor. And Cyborg didn't start that rumor.
Okay,
she just shared a post.
Slow down for a second.
What?
How would you have handled this if your opponent for a fight, now you're training for this fight, and your opponent's like, I'm going to be fighting someone else, you know?
This is number one bullshit.
Right? She does that, okay? And you're looking on Twitter, and you're like, well, what the fuck? You're just going to be like, okay.
You know what I would do?
What?
I would repost it like Felicia Spencer did, and then I would say, not true. Not true, period.
Okay.
Not,
do you think...
Not, what did she say? Oh, we'll talk about it when we get to the article, but I wouldn't have handled it the way she didn't handle it.
You don't think that she's a little concerned that fight might happen?
Why would she be concerned? The fight's already set in stone.
there is no stone in the UFC.
There's
the
always
UFC
a
takes
stone.
and dissolves it. There's nothing set in stone there.
She's fine. She has nothing to be concerned about.
Okay.
All right.
I'll tell
she's
you why
already
she's got to
on
be.
the fight card.
I'll tell you why she's got to be concerned. Because no one gives a fuck about Felicia Spencer. No one gives a fuck about Felicia Spencer. Yes, she looked good in her last fight when she came into the UFC. Good for her. But no one cares. We would all rather see Amanda Nunez versus Cris Cyborg. Along with Cris Cyborg, she would like to get her belt back, you know what I'm saying?
This is number one bullshit.
So, yeah, I mean, I think Felicia Spencer's like, no, let me fucking be heard right now while I still have the chance for them to keep this fight together. So I understand why she's upset. All right, we're on two different sides of the fence over here, Jesse.
Yeah, I disagree. Listen, I'm all for standing your ground, right? I think it's very appropriate that Felicia Spencer stands her ground, but she's already on the fight card. This fight has been talked about for months now. Like, I don't understand where the nastiness comes from. Like, stand your ground. That's fine. You can defend yourself, say the rumors aren't true, do whatever you're going to do, but don't be nasty about it. There's no reason for it. There's just no fucking reason, man.
Jesse, I disagree so much it's ridiculous, but it's all right. You're good. You're entitled to your opinion. Now, Amanda Nunez beats Holly Holm, right?
Yes.
In under a round. She gets the job done. She barely breaks a sweat in that fight. It went a little bit longer than the Cyborg fight. You can see that Holly posed a couple of problems in the beginning, and then Cyborg's like, no, Nunez is like, take my leg to the face. Beat her at her own game. And Holly goes down like a ton of bricks. So she was completely healthy. She's in shape, and now she can go back to 145 on short notice, get another big paycheck. I mean, it makes total sense for Nunez to jump right back, and she doesn't want to do this much longer. So it makes total sense for Nunez to give Cyborg the rematch, which she wants to do already. Right?
Yeah.
Make this fight happen. Make UFC 240 go from sucky to fucking fantastical.
Can I ask you, and you make some valid points, but let me just ask you, what sequence of events do you think are actually going to occur that allow for Cyborg to fight Nunez at 240 in that short of amount of time?
It's super simple. Super simple, Jess. No one gives a fuck about Felicia Spencer. No one cares. I guarantee if you ask this chat room, are you pumped up for that Felicia Spencer fight? They're going to say, they're going to say, no, we're not. We would rather see that rematch. I mean, let's be honest here. Felicia looked great against in her last fight, but I believe that Cyborg will punch her face through the mat. You know, I feel like this is too easy. It's too easy for Cyborg. Now Spencer is 6-0, but this is Cris Cyborg. I know she lost to Amanda Nunez, but Amanda Nunez is on another level. There's no way Felicia Spencer beats Cyborg. No way. So I don't see it, and I see the UFC wanting to sell some pay-per-views and get those ratings up and yada yada yada. So I think it's very possible, very very possible. Let's see what the chat says.
I disagree. Internal says People's Choice. Amid says, who the fuck is Spencer?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Desmond Jolly, no. Desmond Jolly also says anything can happen. It's MMA. Paul Fay, don't jinx her. Drunk Savage, woo, pain pills and whiskey are a great combo.
Oh, delicious.
Manny C says, sorry for my lame joke the other day. I called in about the Askren knee. Public embarrassment. Fuck my life. Fuck Felicia Spencer. I think your call was fantastic, Manny C.
Listen, there's a lot of embarrassing things that happen in this community. In fact, we thought that a certain person in this community was a troll and it was themselves, and they went completely autistic. I have no idea what this. Let me
Who
put
are
it
you
to this
talking
way.
about, Moss?
Trevor Poole. I'm talking about. I don't know what the fuck happened with this guy. Let me break this down before we get into all the news and everything. We have 2 hours, so we can have some fun here. Trevor Poole is an awesome MMA hole. He's a great guy. Like, we've spoken off air on messages. Real nice guy. He sent us the 2 drawings, and today, you know, we're not hearing back from the Luke Thomas winner, who he won fair and square because, I mean, listen, the community voted for it. So we had a feeling he wasn't going to get back to us, and we're like, okay, let's give the timeless CBD products to Trevor Poole. So I go into my DMs and I look there, and I can't contact the guy. The guy is just, he's fallen off the face of the earth.
Blocked.
He completely went cray-cray. So Trevor, if you're watching, unblock us. We have timeless CBD that we're willing to send you, but I don't know what happened. The last stream that we did, at the end of it, he just went fucking apeshit in the chat, and we're thinking, oh, it's a troll, it's not him, so we made an account. Nope, that was Trevor.
He had a bipolar episode.
I don't know what happened. Listen, Trevor, you're still cool with us. We don't hold grudges or anything. So if you want your timeless CBD, unblock us and you'll have it. If not, yo, Drunk Savage is getting that. That's it.
Yo, it's Drunk Savage.
Drunk Savage is getting that shit. So, Trevor Poole, you better get your ass out there. Louis Serrano is over here. Louis, you contact the UFC, Mr. Serrano, and you told them to give our channel back before we murder Dana White's anus. Thank you. All right, let's get back into this over here. So there is a story on this situation over here, and we're going to get right into the news. What's up, Black? I see Black in the chat. I am so damn black.
What's good,
Wonderful,
Black?
wonderful.
All right. I guess we'll talk about the news.
Let's do it.
So how about them Mets?
All right, Jesse, come on.
All right. Again, according to BJPen.com, Cris Cyborg hints that she could be rematching Amanda Nunez at UFC 240. A rematch between UFC Titans Cris Cyborg and Amanda Nunez could be on the cards for UFC 240. Cyborg hinted at the possibility on Twitter. Cyborg's last fight was against the current champ Amanda Nunez in December 2018. Nunez administered Cyborg's first loss of her career. Viewers were left shocked by Nunez's ferocious KO power that dismantled Cyborg in under a minute of the first round. Cyborg's next fight is against the undefeated Felicia Spencer at UFC 240. The fight is the final bout of her current UFC contract. However, most fans are more interested in the possibility of a Nunez rematch. In the past, the Lioness has called out Cris Cyborg for avoiding a rematch. UFC President Dana White has said on multiple occasions that Cyborg was offered a rematch but turned it down.
This is number one bullshit.
White discussed the matter at the UFC 239 post-fight press conference, saying, quote, "She, Nunez, wants the Cyborg rematch. We're down to make the Cyborg rematch. Cyborg always thinks that I'm being whatever to her or whatever. I'm not. I don't blame Cyborg for not wanting this fight. I don't blame her. I'm not trying to say anything about her. If she doesn't want it, that's fine. There's always somebody else. She, according to Nunez, has got both belts and she's willing to defend them both, and she's healthy." Cyborg vehemently disputes White's statement. She said during an interview last month on Ariel Helwani's show, quote, "He knows I texted him a day after the fight, Nunez versus Cyborg, after the post-press conference saying, man, I want a rematch." She has called out Dana White several times on social media for lying about her response and
This is number one bullshit.
said she is more than open to a rematch. The back and forth between Cyborg and Dana White has been happening since her loss against Nunez last year. However, Cyborg's recent Twitter activity suggests everybody is inching closer towards the rematch. She has recently retweeted comments regarding the matchup. This includes a fan-sided article about the potential rematch at UFC 240 with the caption, scroll down a little bit and you can actually see it. You're going to have to scroll a little bit more right there. And the caption was, where there's smoke, is there fire? Hashtag UFC 240. Lots of rumors, ... The fan-cited article cites a Yahoo Sports article that reports a rematch between Cyborg and Nunez is indeed possible for UFC 240. While Cris Cyborg hasn't confirmed anything officially, she is certainly insinuating a rematch will take place. If this happens, it would mean a last-minute cancellation for her scheduled bout against Felicia Spencer. Whilst a rematch would be much appreciated by fans, the stakes for both contenders are higher than ever before. Nunez is currently dominating the featherweight and bantamweight divisions. Can Cris Cyborg vindicate her loss and overcome the first-round knockout power of the Lioness in a rematch? Only time will tell. Make sure to follow BJPen.com for everything you need to know on UFC 240.
Yeah, thank you, BJPen.com. At least the BJPen.com is getting something done, unlike BJ Penn. You know what I'm saying, Jesse?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Well, you got to give them credit.
So here we go. So I'm being selfish here. Now, all joking aside, you know, it would be really incredibly fucked up to Felicia Spencer. It would. It would be really fucked up to her if they just bounced her off the card and threw Cyborg in there. I would think if they did do something like that, they would probably throw a couple of bones and say, here you go. Spend this money on your own time. Enjoy yourself. And we want to make a little bit extra money throwing the rematch together with Cyborg and Nunez. Some people are saying, why would Amanda Nunez turn it around so quick? I mean, the card is, what, a couple of weeks away?
Yes, 2 weeks away, I think.
If Amanda Nunez wants to get paid, I mean, she went through a camp already, and she took this fight against Holly Holm. It was pretty much easy work, right? She seemed like she wasn't hurt. She's not suspended, and she's not going down. She doesn't have to, cut weight again. She's going up to 145. She's going more towards her natural weight. So, I mean, she does have to cut, but it's not, as crazy. So she's still in shape. She has to hit 145. It's a couple weeks. She can jump back into a camp. And yes, it's going against Cris Cyborg, but she beat her in 11 seconds? I mean.
And she's the champ.
Yeah, so I mean, I think if Amanda Nunes wants a payday and she turns it around quickly and then she fucking mops the floor at Cyborg again, I mean, this girl's a legend. She is your number one pound for pound fighter. She is
Agreed.
I mean, you could make an argument now. She's ridiculously good. So, I mean, why not? Why not? I mean, how many more years does Amanda Nunes really have? She said that she's looking to retire soon anyway. So she might want a quick payday. I don't know. I mean, I don't care about Felicia Spencer, so it doesn't matter to me. But I kind of want to see it happen. I want to be selfish.
I don't think it's gonna happen because it's a little ridiculous to think about. I mean, completely booting Felicia Spencer for the Nunez fight is completely ridiculous to me. But of course, I would like to see it happen, like most MMA fans would. I just think this would be great for Felicia Spencer. The fact that we know she's not going to get booted for this fight, she's not. It's for you to think that she would is a little out there. It's a little far-fetched. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's definitely far-fetched. And I think that because of that, since she is going to be fighting Felicia Spencer, and we're not going to see the Nunez rematch at 240, I think it's great for Felicia Spencer. She moves up in the rankings, right? She fights other fighters in her division. And she fights for that fucking belt against Nunes. For all we know, Felicia Spencer has what it takes against Cyborg and has what it takes against Nunes.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I would be excited for Nunes, but I'm kind of excited to see this fight. I'd like to see what Felicia Spencer has in her pocket. You know?
So I see DB Cooper in the chat says pound for pound fighter or a woman fighter. I'm going to say pound for pound. And I know a lot of people are like, well, the ladies aren't as developed in 145 and, you know, they don't have a deep of history and blah, 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 blah. But if you look at what Amanda Nunes is doing, and I'm not in any way a fan of Amanda Nunes. Like, there's something about her that it's hard for me to root for her, but she seems like a sweetheart. I don't know. I can't latch onto her. But as a fighter and looking what she's done, she's beaten Shevchenko 2 times, and some people are like, well, it was close or whatever, but she did beat her twice, and Shevchenko is the 125-pound champion. Then you have the 135-pound weight class, where she's hanging there, she's defending her belt, she's wiped everyone out. And then she goes up to 145 and beats Cyborg, who is very manly, very strong, very powerful, and I mean, she's taken everyone out in almost 3 weight classes if you think about it. With I mean, she hasn't gone to 125, but I'm saying she's beaten Shevchenko twice.
Yeah.
So I mean, she's beaten some serious killers. I mean, what more do you have to do to become a pound for pound fighter?
I
You know?
agree.
So I mean, the argument's there. It really is there. But I feel if she beats Cyborg a second time on short rest, goes right back in there and does it again, I mean, I don't think it's much of an argument anymore. Let's see what the chat says.
Thomas Matthew says, very, very manly. Manny C, I want to see the Cyborg rematch so bad. Drunk Savage, lucky shot. K-Dub says, didn't the UFC do this to Eubanks versus Valentina?
There you go.
They said, fuck you to her and put somebody else, can't remember. Cut Felicia Manny says, DB Cooper. DB also says, I want Cyborg to kill Amanda. Black says, Cyborg not going to beat Amanda. She can't change her style. Cyborg beat bitches because of her big bitch size.
And I agree with DB too with this whole situation with the rematch. I'm rooting hard for Cris. I like Cris Cyborg. I'm a fan of Cris Cyborg. I think she's quite the champion, and she's just fun to watch, man. When she's on a card, like I'm in. It just kind of, I feel like this is another one of those fights with Felicia Spencer where I feel like it's going to be a vintage Cyborg.
You think so?
Yeah, I know Spencer's good. She's good, but I mean, I don't know. I don't see this being very close.
I think against a no-name like Spencer, according to us, a no-name like Spencer, I think that for Cyborg mentally, it's going to be a little easier for her. I think with Nunez, she didn't really have respect for Nunez, you know? Like, she just kind of went for it, thinking that she was going to beat Nunez, you know, the way she beat everybody else. So I think Spencer's going to be easy for her mentally, and I think that that's going to help her in her performance. But when she gets back to Nunez, I think she's going to approach it completely different.
Could you read what DB said over there in the chat?
DB says, I want Cyborg to hold me like a baby while I suckle her titties,
Wonderful,
LOL.
wonderful.
You know what? Who doesn't want that, right? Who would want that? Her pectoral muscles in your mouth?
Mm-hmm.
That's sexy. All right, I got to put this thing on over here. What's going on here, Jess? Look at this. Why is it doing this? I just Googled out of the picture. All right, so anyway, that is Cris Cyborg versus Amanda Nunes, part 2. We don't know if it's going to happen. And when we looked on Twitter, you know, Spencer was was not happy about these things being said. And as of now, it is still Cyborg versus Spencer. This is nothing official. It's just rumors. So let me know in the chat, what fight would you rather see? The Cyborg Spencer that's happening, or Cyborg Nunez 2? Some people might not want to see that again. I don't know. So let me know in the chat what you'd rather see, and we're going to move on to the next story.
Desmond Jolly says, read my comment. Consider yourself read. Juvenile Johnny says, I think Cyborg is coming back. She needed to get her ass beat so she can refocus. Desmond Jolly, it makes sense. DB Cooper's moneybags. Pectoral is the key word. LOL. That dude says, that does sound good and relaxing. DB Cooper, LOL, that dude. Desmond Jolly says, I mean, yeah, anything can happen. For example, Derek Lewis, he got destroyed in 229 and got a crazy hit in seconds, and he won on 229, and he got a title shot in 239. Doug McGuire says, I want Conor versus Cyborg. Drunk Savage, Cejudo versus Nunez. Jonas G says, Spencer is thick. She seems she can take a shot. That dude says, I want Cyborg to hold me after she's done holding DB. Ian McHugh. We can just wait and see both. Michael Anzalone, Cyborg Spencer. Nunez needs a break. Curtis Reynolds, I want to see CM Punk versus Amanda. Mid says Cyborg with good fight IQ beats Nunez. Desmond Jolly 230. DB Cooper's moneybags, laughing my ass off. That dude. Juvenile Johnny, Cyborg's clit is bigger than my dick.
Oh.
Zion Lux, like and subscribe.
This is number one bullshit.
Desmond Jolly has retracted his message.
All right, so that fight card, UFC 240, has Frankie Edgar versus Maxie Boy Holloway. It's in a couple of weeks. 2 pay-per-views, 1 month. This weekend, we have an event that's coming up. Durandamy versus Arya from Game of Thrones. That's coming right up in our laps over here. And these two ladies, you can make arguments for them being contenders, the winner of this fight. So I guess you can't count these two out. And Durandamy did have a belt at one point. Controversial, but she did. So that's coming up as well. I really want Ladd to win this fight. I really, really want Ladd to win this fight. Not just because I'm a Game of Thrones fan, but just I'm not a Durandamy fan. So that's that. All right, let's move back into the news.
Okay.
What else do we got over here? Henry Cejudo.
Cejudo. According to MMA Mania, Henry Cejudo just called out Amanda Nunez, saying, quote, I want her gold too. UFC flyweight champ Henry Cejudo, who also holds gold at 135 pounds, is on a mission to silence his critics and prove he is, without a question, the greatest combat sports athlete of all time. The means to that end, a collection of belts across multiple weight classes, even if it means jumping over to the women's division for a potential champion versus champion super fight against Amanda Nunez or perhaps even Valentina Shevchenko. He said, quote, I'm taking everybody from 99 pounds to 149 pounds, and you know what? If Amanda Nunez wants to get it too, Valentina, I'm calling you guys out too. I take no prisoners. I'm such a gold digger. If she has gold, I want her gold too. I'm not sure Nikki Bella
Yeah, Nikki Bella
wants to hear that Triple C is off battling members of the opposite sex, which does have a precedent in MMA. It may, however, require Cejudo to travel to Brazil to get it done. Since UFC is unlikely to sanction Cejudo versus Nunez, the artist formerly known as The Messenger can instead deliver his next title defense against Joseph Benavidez or perhaps Aljamain Sterling once his health issues are wrapped up once and for all. But after what we saw at UFC 239, a lot of our money would be on Nunez.
Well, okay. Here's my question.
Yes.
Is Henry Cejudo serious? What do you think, Jesse?
Well, yes.
You think he is?
No, and yes. I think no. He expects people to believe that he's not genuinely calling out a woman, but at the same time, I think given the opportunity, he might take it.
Yeah, Henry Cejudo calling out Amanda Nunez. There's a part of me that would like to see that fight, but I think he's trolling. I'm assuming he is. I can't.
I hope so.
I can't see him being serious here, but he is trolling, and it does keep him in the news. But he's just running around all over the place. He's everywhere. Everywhere you see an event that has MMA involved in it, the Hall of Fame, the award show, and you see Henry on the red carpet, just in front of the camera, trotting around, and good for him. I mean, listen, it's cringy. It's incredibly cringy, but he's owning it. So I can't kill the guy. He's having a good time, and you have a small window, especially when you're on top.
Calling out a female fighter is a little over the top, no? Like there's cringe, and then there's just complete stupidity.
I think it's fun. I don't know. I mean, I think he's horsing around. Who knows? But who would win that fight, Jesse? Realistically, who would win?
Nunez, of course. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. She'd pummel him.
You think so?
Absolutely. I have no doubt. No fucking doubt.
Amanda Nunez versus Henry Cejudo. Who you got in the chat? Who do you got? I kind of want to see it. I don't know.
I gotta pee real quick. Can I pee real quick?
Maybe, yeah, sure.
Time?
I think Amanda Nunez. Whoa, shit. That donation's loud.
Can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
It is Vladimir.
Cyborg is really the only female fighter I legitimately get pumped about watching. I could give a shit about Nunez. Every time I hear her talk, it pisses me off. I'm a gon' win every time.
Yeah,
I detest. She's pure cringe and a fook. Fuck her.
It's funny, man. Like, and thank you for the donation. Like, Amanda Nunez, like I said before, she seems like the nicest girl. Like, you see her interviewed, she really seems like a complete sweetheart. But, maybe we should, Jess, we should stop dogging Amanda Nunez. We have a phone call tomorrow with someone from ATT. I just realized, maybe we should stop. I don't know. Yeah, we have a phone call with someone. Oh, it's not till Tuesday? Oh, okay, we'll keep going. Yeah, we have, oh, man. What was that about? I mean, should we get Amanda on? Anyway, we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, Amanda Nunez, like I said, I'm not the hugest fan of her as well. You know, but Cris Cyborg, yeah. When she's fighting, I'm in. Like, let's do this. She's the only female fighter right now. And as many people said, hated Ronda Rousey back in the day. She was must-see TV when she was fighting. Whether you hated her or you loved her, you had to watch Ronda Rousey. You had to. And I feel the same way with Cris Cyborg. I love it. I love every minute of it. There's no other real female fighters that I get this pumped up about. Thug Rose, I mean, she's fantastic. But I'm like, holy shit, let me stop everything I'm doing. Thug Rose is fighting. I kind of don't care. She's fucking Pat Barry.
Oh, stop.
What other female fighter would you like? If you remove Cris Cyborg from the mix, and I know you're not a big female MMA fan, which is surprising.
I love Cyborg. Like, I'd drop dead if Cyborg was in front of me.
You would drop dead?
I'd faint. I'd like, oh, God.
This is number one bullshit.
You don't even know.
All right, so if it's not Cyborg, right? She's not fighting. How would you be with? Oh, she put in for an interview with Cris Cyborg.
I emailed Cris Cyborg.
So what would you do if she's on air with us? What are you gonna do? You'd be like,
I would want to jump through the screen. Like, and Joanna Jacek. Yeah, Drunk Savage, you're right. Joanna Jacek and Cris Cyborg are the only two women's fighters that I would fucking lose my mind to be in the presence of. Yeah,
right,
no doubt.
Hold that thought. Desmond is yelling at us in the chat. What is he saying?
MMA holes, read this comment.
What does he got?
My video got blocked by the UFC, and it wasn't UFC related at all. It was PFL UFC is just blocking everyone. For more information, go to my DM for more info. Desmond Jolly.
That's impossible though. They can't hit you with a copyright strike for PFL.
Oh, who posted? Someone posted that YouTube tweeted that now you have to give a reason. You have to timestamp exactly where the claim is.
Yeah, who put the claim on your video? Like, did it say the UFC? The only connection they have is ESPN. So if ESPN put a claim on it or something, like that would make sense. But did it say the UFC gave you a copyright strike? Because that makes zero sense. I mean, and if they did, they made a huge mistake with us. But that's insane. They even said the wrong fight card with us. So I don't know. Okay, where were we before that?
We were talking about. You said which female fighter? You never finished your question.
Yeah. So which female fighter would you get amped up for, if Cyborg wasn't around?
Joanna
Jacek.
Yeah.
Even after her decline.
It doesn't matter. Like,
Boogie Woman?
No, she's still a champ to me. Champ at heart.
Yeah, I guess she would. I mean, she's really lost a step, though. I mean.
Oh, she's the best.
Yeah, she's lost it. She's lost a lot.
Well, she's getting older. You can't. Yeah, all
what about Andrade? What about Jessica Andrade?
Nah. Andrade wouldn't do it for me.
I mean, I don't get excited about Andrade, but.
Nah.
She might be the one right now. You have to
understand. You're asking someone who doesn't like women's MMA to begin with. So, Cyborg and Joanna are two people that I do genuinely like a lot. Like, I think they're great.
Yeah, I like Joanna too. I do like Joanna, but I mean, she's definitely lost a step. I mean, she's Rose broke her, and it kind of that whole Boogie Woman thing kind of fell apart after those two fights. You know, so it's kind of Joanna was the best. I used to love Joanna, but I don't know. Valentina, what about Valentina? Says River City. I don't see now. Here's the thing with Valentina.
I'd go gun shooting with her.
She's a beast. Some think she's attractive. I don't find her attractive. That's just my cup of tea. I don't find Shevchenko attractive. And anyway, I think she looks like Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's what I've been saying that forever. But the way she fights, I mean, she's fantastic. This girl she's unstoppable right now. But for some reason, I don't get charged up for her fights. Maybe because she's so dominating. I don't know. But Ronda was dominating, and I loved it. Yeah. I don't know why. Maybe it's her accent. Maybe it's like in the interviews, like she gives it a little bit. You know, she gives a little trash talk. But I'm not sold.
Not sold.
I am not sold. She kick your ass. That's why. I mean, the whole fucking women's weight division will kick my ass. Everyone.
Should I give the announcement now?
I mean, if you want.
I don't know when the best time is. I left it up to your judgment.
No, I was going to do it in the second half.
Okay, well, good. Well, we'll wait.
We'll do it in the second half of the show.
Okay.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. She doesn't do it for me.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
And maybe I'm just more partial to men's MMA. Vlad.
Marlon Moore ice would knock Nunez dead and triple cringe finished him. Not a chance that Bull Dyke beats him. Joanna Young Jacek is also another one that I like watching.
There you go. Yeah, I agree with the Marlon thing. And yeah, Joanna, she was fun. She was fun until she took the L. You know, she's kind of a couple L's. My taste in women's confusing to me. Well, listen, I'm sorry. I don't find Valentina Shevchenko.
You know why? I know why.
Why?
Because, well, I think she's a very beautiful woman. So I think the only reason you don't find her attractive is not because she's not beautiful. It's because she's blonde. You've always been like weird with dark hair, like bizarre. You told me that a long time ago.
I've dated blondes. I've
Yeah, but you said a long time ago that you like dark hair.
Well, I don't listen. To me, hair doesn't mean shit. It's all about the pussy, the tits, and the ass. I think it's because she's blonde. That's what it's about.
If she had dark hair, guaranteed he'd be saying that he thinks she's attractive.
I can't figure out why I don't get excited for a Shevchenko fight. I can't figure it out.
I get excited for a Shevchenko fight.
I don't.
Yeah,
I mean, the last fight I was a little amped up about, but that's because I threw money on the crazy underdog. You know, I never get like pumped up. I'm starting to get more pumped up with Amanda Nunez because I mean she's becoming a spectacle right now. You know, she's becoming a beast. So like, I mean, and she's going around different weight classes. She's beating everybody. You know, so someone like that, I guess, is starting to grow on me. But it's Cyborg. It's just Cyborg right now. Yeah. She's the one.
Yeah.
Who's your girl in the chat? Who's the one that you get amped up about?
Mac V says, what do you guys think of Macy Barber? I like her. I just wish she would close her eyes a little bit when she's fighting. DB says, the only reason he don't like her is because you are sitting on the side of him. Yeah, maybe that's true. But you know what's funny, DB? Like, I would believe that, except he's never hesitated before to say when he finds a woman attractive.
Oh, yeah. I have no problem. Yeah. I mean, listen, I think, what's her face? What's the girl's name? Oh, fuck. I always forget her name. The one with the tattoos. That she's not very good.
Jessica.
I forgot her name. Jessie something. What the hell's her name? She's like is she from Australia or some shit?
Yeah. She's cute, though. She's cute.
I think she's the prettiest. Yeah. I think Karolina Kovacevic is pretty.
That's the only reason that I can't fall for what you're saying.
I think Amanda Nunez, I mean, not Amanda. I think Shevchenko, honestly, she looks like a vampire. She's like a goddamn vampire. I don't want to get bit. Oh, Jessica Rose Clark. There we go. There we go, DB. That's the girl. You'd think I would know, but I don't.
That's his UFC crush.
All right, get me your girls in the chat. Who is the girl that you get excited about?
One way or the other.
Jessica Manface.
Wonderful.
I think Shevchenko does look like a man. That's what freaks me out a little bit.
She doesn't look like a man.
Yeah, she looks like a guy.
No, she doesn't.
Have you seen her not dolled up? Like these other fighters you see not dolled up and they have soft features. Shevchenko looks like she was chiseling stone. Have you ever seen Jessica Rose
Clark not dolled up?
Yeah.
No, you have not. She's always dolled up. Always. I've never seen her once not dolled up.
I've done my research.
Oh, yeah. So your fat bank?
I usually...
Your spank bank?
When I look at a girl...
I don't even know.
When I look at a girl...
I don't want to know.
I judge them...
I don't want to
know. No, just listen. Please. You're ruining a segment here, and I hate when you do that. When I look at a girl...
You want to do everything.
When I look at a girl, I look at what will they look like in the morning? Will their face come off on my pillow? And Valentina Shevchenko with no makeup on, it's a guy. I'm sorry. It's a guy. I don't like guys. I'm not into guys. But if you are, it's fine.
Wonderful.
Devontae says Dylan Dennis got beat up, LOL. Mark Jackson, Kellyanne Conway. DB Cooper, we all have Staley, LOL. Greg and Blaze JBH isn't qualified to talk about this. Let Moss speak. I always what are you talking about, Greg? Greg, suck my fucking penis, man. Suck my big 9-inch penis. You can suck my 9-inch penis and then rip it off and keep it in your mouth for the next 24 hours.
I just said I wasn't interested in guys, and now all of a sudden, you're a guy. You've just let everyone know that you're a guy. By the way, hold on, Alexa Grasso. She's a pretty one too.
Yeah.
Her eyes are very close together though. They're like a cyclops, but that's fine. Yeah, that's a good one. Jessica Grasso. I mean, hello, Alexa Grasso. Excuse me. Gabby Garcia. Yeah, that's hot. All right, let's see what else they got in the chat.
Internal says, don't insult Queen JBH. 412 says, Shevchenko looks like one of those Suprema Nazis. Trent Jacobson says, karate hottie body
She's
plus
cute.
Bag. Just kidding.
But karate hottie after the baby, not so much. You know?
No, she's still cute. Karate
I don't
hottie's
know.
still cute, yeah.
It doesn't do it for me anymore. Pre-baby, she was cute.
I think she's still cute.
Her face is bigger now. She's got a rounder face. All right, what are we doing? Let's go into another.
Wonderful.
Oh, by the way, we should, this is funny. See how this is amped up? Everyone's talking about this now. What we were going to do on the website, we should do it. That needs to happen. Should we just tell them what it is?
No, not yet. I can do it.
That needs to happen.
Sure.
Okay.
So I just finished this while we were talking early in the show. The beginning of the show, I just finished it up.
All right.
So it's done. It's good to go. So now I can move on to that next thing.
By the way, we have some good meetings tomorrow. Tomorrow we have some
Great
good meetings for potential partnerships. We'll see how that works out.
You guys, your mind, look, show me again.
What?
This is going to be your guys' brains when you find out.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But until we find out what's up, we move on. All right, here we go.
All right. According to the Bleacher Report, Tito Ortiz is set to fight ex-WWE champion Alberto Del Rio in Combat America's MMA bout.
Where'd you find this picture? What the fuck? Tito. Look at that picture. Look at that picture, Jess. If you were to make the noise that's coming out of his mouth right there, what would it be?
Oh, it's a good question. Oh,
it would sound like this.
Or what about a coming sound?
All right, go ahead, make it. No, it doesn't sound like that. That does no way. It's more like. All right, tell me about.
All right. Tito Ortiz will take on former WWE star Alberto Del Rio in a mixed martial arts fight for Combat Americas. ESPN Mark Ramundi reported on Tuesday. The fight will have a 210-pound catchweight limit, and the promotion has yet to finalize a date or location for the event. Ortiz last stepped in the cage in November, knocking out Chuck Liddell in the first round at Golden Boy Promotions' first MMA show. The 44-year-old has only fought sporadically since leaving UFC in 2012. During his time in UFC, Ortiz was one of the promotion's biggest stars, winning the light heavyweight championship in 2000, and his rivalry with Liddell was legendary. UFC induced Ortiz into its Hall of Fame in July 2012. Fans know Del Rio primarily from his wrestling career.
Wait, he's fighting a guy from WWE?
Yes, in MMA. He was a two-time WWE champion and held the World Heavyweight Championship on 2 occasions as well. He was also the GFW Global Champion for Impact Wrestling. Long before he stepped inside the squared circle for WWE, though, Del Rio was a seasoned MMA fighter. He carries a 9-5 record into his bout with Ortiz, though his last official fight was February of 2010, which was 9 years ago, and came in a losing effort to Yamamoto Hanshi. Combat Americas named Del Rio as its president in October 2016, and he announced last October he intended to return to MMA.
Wonderful.
Well, that's so not interesting to me.
Really? He's fighting in MMA again after he's retired for the 4th time?
Well,
against a WWE fight? Come on.
I'd rather see him fight another washed up MMA fighter, and I'd rather not even see him fight at all. I'm kind of over Tito. I've had enough. That Chuck thing was so embarrassing. So I'm kind of this poor WWE guy is gonna get killed. Poor guy. Anyway, Tito Ortiz is still making money, so I guess that's good. Good for him. At least he's making some cash, right?
Yeah.
Good for him. By the way, just to refresh your memory, we see some new people in here now. So we just want to say this. Trevor Poole, if you're alive, we saw you blocked us all over the place.
What happened, man?
We were going to message you today, and you're gone. So if we don't hear from Trevor Poole now, then Drunk Savage will get the Timeless CBD products. So thank you for your submissions. By the way, there was a submission today after the buzzer that I might as well just show it. I think this one would have won immediately. Just a little bit late. I guess the next time what we'll do is we will take email because people don't like to mail letters. So maybe everyone's like, oh, mail? What is that? Stamps? What the fuck is a stamp? So we got this thing over here. It's pretty cool. It's pretty hot. What do you think, Jesse?
It's fantastic.
Speaking of fan, yeah. That's right. It's from a fan. It is fantastic over here. And thank you to, who was the one that sent this to us? I forgot. Do you remember?
Birdman.
Birdman? Thank you to Birdman. It's a beautiful drawing. In fact, I would love to hang this on the wall. I think this deserves to be on the wall. I think it's a great thing. Yeah. It looks just like us.
Oh, jeez.
I think it's great. I really do. This is actually, there was a tear in my eye when I looked into my my messages and I saw this. By the way, if you would like to send us something, you can check it out on the website. There's a new contact section, so you can send us your submissions.
Speaking of new sections.
Go for it, Jess.
Yes, I'm going to talk about it. Ready, guys? You're going to love this.
What if they don't? I mean, I don't think they are going to love it, but all right.
I think they will. As you know, for those of you guys who have seen some social media posts as of late from our new marketing lead, Anthony Lombardi, who is the head of our new marketing department, sales and marketing department for the MMA holes. Yes, we have a new marketing department. There was a post about our two new, team members, right? Now, we're extending the opportunity for you, a member of the MMA holes community, to become an official team member of the MMA holes. We are expanding our team. If you go to the careers page on the website, there is now a careers page at the top. Click the careers page. There will be new positions opening up. We only have one open right now, but new positions opening up down the road for you to apply to. The MMAholes.com, link in the description. If you would like to apply to a job, if you qualify for the job description is there. Everything you need to know is there. Click apply now, and it'll take you directly to the job application. You fill out the application. Yes. You fill out the application, and it submits you for our team to review. And maybe you can become a member of the MMA holes team.
Wait, you want to hire one of these assholes?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. If you qualify, you have to have the experience and you have to qualify. We're not just going to hire any Joe Schmo off the street. But there's going to be new positions opening. There's only one on there right now. If you qualify for that one that's there now, I would apply. But if you want to wait, other positions will be opening down the road. You can just keep checking back on that page. See if anything's opened up. If you qualify, apply. We'll have our team go over it, and then you might be a member.
That's good stuff.
Of the MMA holes team. We are growing. Nothing can hold us back. No strikes can hold us back. I'm so excited for this.
That is good stuff. Yes. So it is funny. Every time we get shut down, we get these opportunities that open up for us, and the main channel should be back in another week. We hopefully sooner. So make sure you hashtag free the MMA holes and fucking tag the UFC. Get under their skin a little bit. But hopefully by next week we'll be back up and running again. And we have some cool opportunities over here. So it's pretty cool to be able to expand and actually pay people.
Yeah. And like have a fucking team, man. This is bigger than just us now. This is the fucking MMA holes. Wonderful. Oh, it's so exciting.
What do you think Cejudo thinks about this, Jesse? Let's hear what he says.
Well, we heard what he said. We're on to Chad Mendes now.
Let's move to the next story.
DB, what's open now? Right now, the sales and marketing associate is open right now. There's a job description and everything. If you have questions, it's all there. All right. According to MMA Junkie, Chad Mendes confirms his retirement from MMA. No.
Didn't he retire already?
Yeah.
I thought he did. Like, how many times is he going to retire? The Toothless Prophet. What's going on?
Wonderful.
There's a lot of those prophets over here.
All right, former UFC featherweight title challenger Chad Mendes, who's 18-5 in MMA and 9-5 in the UFC, has confirmed his retirement from MMA. Mendes first revealed his decision to ESPN, then later took to social media to confirm his intentions via Instagram. He said on Instagram, quote, I just want to say thank you to all my fans and everyone that tuned in to watch me battle. With 29 years of competing and 11 years in the MMA game, I feel it's time for the next chapter in my life. It's been an incredible journey with so many life lessons along the way. I feel extremely blessed to be living this life, and I live and can't wait to see what the next chapter has in store for me. I will continue to hustle like I always have. I will continue to grow at Fins and Feather Guides and enjoy all the new adventures that come with it. I am truly grateful for all the love and support you all have shown. Thank you, and let's keep wrecking this place.
All right, we'll see you later.
What? Maybe we'll see you later.
Yeah, see you later. He was a cheater anyway, right, Jesse? You don't like them. You're not
Chad
into them.
Mendes?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't like that. We're not down with that. Here we go. Here's the man of the month, the man of the year, I guess you could say, too. I mean, Jorge Masvidal. Everyone's talking about this guy.
Yes.
What do we got?
According to BJPen.com, Jorge Masvidal says Kamaru Usman is not going to hold me down.
Yes. Super chat. WMA scene.
Can't believe those fags flagged you. Fuck them.
I can't believe it. WMAC, what's going on?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you for the donation. By the way, I like this donation better than our other super chat. I'm kind of not going to want to leave this channel.
Yeah?
Yeah. Which one do you like better?
This one's good. This one's great.
I kind of like that one. Anyway. Thank you very much to the WMMA scene. All right. So, Jorge. Oh,
Yes.
You know what? I would like to get his thoughts on Cyborg situation, how she's entertaining the fight.
Does anyone
Let us
know what
in
it
the chat.
means if your nails start like chipping on top?
The fuck? Think you're dying?
That's like a health problem, right? That means there's a
You're
health
probably
problem.
lacking something from your diet or some shit. That's what the fuck?
Isn't that a health problem?
Let
That
me see your
I
other
heard.
hand.
I heard that means that there's a health problem.
No, this hand's fine.
Look, guys, can you guys see?
You're probably fucking.
JBH cam.
It's probably when you try to get away from me when I try to have sex with you.
I don't know if you can see or not, but like my nails are like chipping on top. Like
Is it protein? It might be.
There's layers of nail.
She doesn't eat protein.
What are you talking about? I
Yeah.
pack your meals with protein every day.
My meals, but not yours.
I eat the same thing you do.
I always say to you, you don't eat enough protein. Besides the other protein.
It's not protein.
Besides morning protein.
I think isn't it calcium? I thought it was calcium.
All right. AIDS? Maybe it's AIDS.
I know it's a health thing, right?
Maybe you need vitamin Dick. Anyway. What are we talking about? Oh, so WMA scene. Let us know what you think about in the chat. Let me know what you think about Cyborg entertaining the Nunez rematch instead of her Felicia Spencer fight. Terrible stuff.
Yeah, BlizzKid, I think it's calcium.
Maybe it's calcium. Maybe it's AIDS. I don't know. They all could be right. Maybe it's calcium, AIDS, pregnancy, cancer.
Why would you say pregnancy? Why would
Maybe
you
it's all
say
at
that?
Maybe you need protein, pregnancy, calcium. You have AIDS, cancer.
What if it is pregnancy?
All right, Jess, before I vomit all over the place, can you just read the story?
All right. According to BJPen.com, Jorge Masvidal didn't need to show off his impeccable defensive grappling in his UFC 239 fight with Olympic wrestler Ben Askren, because he knocked him out in 5 seconds. That being said, Masvidal will likely have to exercise his defensive wrestling if he finds himself in the cage with reigning UFC welterweight champ Kamaru Usman. Usman, like Askren, is a tremendous takedown artist and will probably look to punish Masvidal on the canvas. While Jorge Masvidal recognize that he will likely find himself on his back in a prospective title fight with Kamaru Usman, he assures that the champion will not be able to keep him there. He said, quote, "He's not going to hold me down. I know for a fact that only one guy's held me down in my whole career, and his name is Damian Maia. And hopefully one day we're going to have a rematch, man. But Kimura's not going to hold me down. It's not happening. I've been training too hard on my wrestling, and if Ben could have made it to the second level, third level of game bread, then you guys would have seen that. The wrestling was going to be on point. Kimura's a good match for me. I would say stylistically, I put a lot of money on it on myself." Of course, it's not yet confirmed that Jorge Masvidal is next in line for the shot at Kamaru Usman, but he's hoping his ever-growing fan base can make some noise and help make his dreams a reality for the title. And the ending question here is, do you think Jorge Masvidal will swipe the title from Kamaru Usman?
No. But I got to say this. He's got a nice little thing going for him, right? Let's look at Ben Askren, who is Ben Askren a top UFC fighter? right? I mean, you have the controversy with the Lawler thing, and then you have what happened with Masvidal, and he's a little later in age. He's very good. His grappling's very good, but we haven't seen him really tested here. And the two bizarre fights that happened doesn't really make Askren look great.
Yeah, no, I'm not sold on Askren after seeing his last 2 fights.
Yeah.
Please.
Although there is a fight coming up. I don't know if you guys saw this on the community section. There is a fight in the works, and of course my computer's going to buffer. So look at this. Wonderful. Look at this, guys. See, look, it's just buffering. So I guess the joke's over. All right, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, so he beats Darren Till, which was fantastic. That knockout was great. He beats him at his own game, and then Askren he catches in 5 seconds. I don't see the Usman thing. I know everyone's like they're dying to see Usman lose, and I understand. He's not the most exciting fighter, but he's very dominant. Yeah. And I do not think he's going to make this mistake that Askren made. I think this man is going to fucking annihilate Masvidal. I think he's going to lay on top of him, and he's going to make him pay. Now, I hope it's a fight. I hope it's a good fight.
I don't know about that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think I agree about Askren. I'm not sold on Askren, especially... You know what? If Askren lost the last 2 fights, Lawler and Masvidal, like halfway through or even towards the end of his fights, then I'd be like, oh, maybe Askren has what it takes. But both fights, he got fucking pummeled in the very beginning of the fight. Lawler fucking dropped bombs on him, and it was only like out of sheer luck that...
Well, we're talking about Masvidal, though.
No, I'm talking about Askren right now.
Okay.
It was only out of sheer luck that Askren managed to get his arm around Lawler's neck, and he wasn't even out. So I don't even consider that a win for Askren. And then for Masvidal knocked him out in the first 5 seconds. So when it comes to Masvidal versus Usman, first of all, I think Masvidal on his feet is so dangerous for Usman. So fucking dangerous. We've seen it when he fought Darren Till, and he fucking knocked him out. Like, we've seen it over and over again with Masvidal that he's so fucking dangerous on his feet. So I think that Usman can grind, and I think that he can pressure Masvidal against the cage, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. I really think that Masvidal can be a dangerous opponent for Usman.
Khabib really wants you to stop cursing. You need to stop.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you. So there you go, Jesse's point of view over there. Listen, I'm riding the Usman train. I'm riding the BBC at 170 right now until he loses. So if you put anyone against Usman right now at 170, I don't see anyone right now beating him. You can make your arguments. I'm going to stay with Usman until he loses. He's looked very good. And he had that long break, so maybe he'll be a little rusty. But we don't even know if Masvidal's the next fight because we still have that Lawler versus Covington fight coming up. So we don't even know. Say Colby Covington strangles Lawler or Lawler knocks out Covington super fast. Now you got a problem.
Lawler will knock out Covington.
Whoa. You said Lawler will knock out
There is no
Colby
doubt
Covington?
that Lawler will win that fight against Covington.
What? Let's see what the chat says.
Drunk Savage says, yeah, JBH, this is a good Christian show. Trent Jacobson, Jorge can get lucky, but it's near the same odds as Poirier Khabib. MacV, Colby is the man to beat Usman. He doesn't get tired like Woodley and has crazy pressure and strike, and I missed the rest. I'm sorry. Mark Jackson says, Lawler is washed up. DB Cooper, believe Jesse. Check your girl. Dogs is Daniel St. Pierre. Raymond Knight says, man, screw Mushman. Post Reloaded, agreed. Lawler is a better fighter. Flat Earth Thinking 50. Desmond Jolly, retard alert. Boss Kogar says Lawler is a beast, could definitely happen. Roberto Hernandez says, I don't like Colby's agenda, but he's good. Drunk Savage, okay, JBH is on drugs. Manny C, does the job require a GED? Honestly, can I be quite honest with you, Manny C? I'll be honest with all of you guys. If you show talent in what the job description entitles, then we'll consider you. Just it says preferred on the job description.
You know what's funny? The job that she was talking about is an easy job.
It's so easy.
It really is. And
so easy. I do it alone.
Takes a little time.
Like I'm telling you, it's an easy. When you have a team, it's gonna be so much easier for you. Like it's gonna be cake. It's a cakewalk. It's fucking retarded. Like
because we have the numbers, they just have to make calls.
It's a script.
Write emails.
It's a fucking cold call
Type
script.
emails. Write emails. Send out the messenger pigeon. All right, let's move on. Check us out on the MMAholes.com if you're interested in perhaps a position as a whole.
All right, according to MMAnews.com, Israel Adesanya predicts he'll fight Jon Jones at the Raiders Stadium.
Oh, God. When is this going to end? When is Jon Jones versus Adesanya? If Adesanya beats Whittaker, we're going to hear more about this shit. So I really want Whittaker to win now. When is this going to end? Like, what's going... Every day there's a story about this shit.
DB says he needs to talk to us, not on air.
Ooh.
Well, if you send us a message, there's a new contact page on the MMAholes.com. You can shoot us a message directly through there.
Yeah, reach out. Reach out on the website.
There's a contact page.
We'll open up discussions for sure. For shizzle. We got a lot going on. I got to say, man, we get shut down, and thank you, 132 people hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
This is our second channel. This is not our main channel. Our main channel is, look at it, 23,600 swole, sexy people. We should let some dragons loose, by the way. We haven't done it. Did we do that? We didn't. So go subscribe to our main channel. Link in the description. Once the channel comes back, we're going to be live streaming over there, and this will be our gaming fuck-off home. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's let these motherfuckers fly. We got dragons on a Wednesday.
Subscriber goals. Subscriber goals. Subscriber goals. MMA. Subscriber goals. Subscriber goals. MMA. Subscriber goals. Subscriber goals.
Let them loose.
Subscriber goals. Subscriber goals. Subscriber goals. The greatest channel on YouTube. The MMA Holes. Goals. World domination. Goals.
Thank you for the subscribers over there. 23,600. That's
Wonderful.
pretty wonderful. And we're not going on that channel because of our strike. So the channel keeps growing even and flowing. Look at that. Another one. 23,602. Thank you very much. Subscribe to both channels. This is our backup channel. Shit goes down. We party over here. The party doesn't stop. All right. So let's get into this craziness over here. Jon Jones and Adesanya once again.
According to MMAnews.com, Israel Adesanya is extremely confident that not only he can move up to light heavyweight from middleweight, but also get a fight booked against Jon Jones. The rising title contender has made a name for himself in the middleweight division by not only fighting his ability but for his trash talk as well. He already has the biggest fight of his pro MMA thus far booked, but he also wants to dethrone Jones as the UFC light heavyweight champion. Adesanya is slated to challenge Robert Whittaker for the UFC middleweight title in the main event of the upcoming UFC 243 pay-per-view event. Israel Adesanya predicts location. While doing a recent interview on Ariel Helwani's MMA show on Monday, Adesanya predicted that he'll fight Jones in the near future as well as where it will take place. He thinks they are destined to collide and sees it happening at the Raiders Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, which is currently under construction. The stadium is projected to be completed on July 31st, 2020. He said, quote, "It's going to happen. I decided 2 days ago when I was in my hotel room, I decided it's going to happen at Raiders Stadium in Las Vegas. That's where it's going to happen. We're going to sell that bitch out. It's going to happen. Raiders Stadium, mark my words, it's going to happen. See what I do in the next 4 fights. 4 more fights. Let me clear the weight class out first. Then I'm going to jump up and show him what's up."
All right. So at least he's saying that he's going to hang out there for a little bit, which that's what should happen. I got to say, if Adesanya were to fight Jon Jones and beat Jon Jones, it would be the most wrong I've ever been in my life because I honestly don't think that's even possible. I really don't. I think this is like, just even looking at this picture, it seems ridiculous to me. I don't even think Adesanya is the best middleweight out there. And he's saying that he's going to beat Jon Jones. It makes my head explode. Makes this Whittaker fight even more interesting. You know, the thing that concerns me is Whittaker's been out for so long, but he's so good. He's so good, and I believe he still beats Adesanya.
He always gets hurt.
Yeah,
Whittaker.
I know, but he's a beast, man. And after that last fight with the Soldier of God, You know, that was a tough one for him. Maybe he took too much of a beating in that fight. I don't know. But he's got to beat Adesanya. It's got to. And what happens when he does? Then this whole Jon Jones circus we could stop talking about. And we could talk about Jon Jones doing some more fun shit. Like going up to heavyweight and getting his head knocked off. That's what I need to talk about. Instead of Jones facing Adesanya. I don't want to see that. But let's see what the chat says. Do you want to see that?
What does the chat say? David Cooper says, yup, DS. Raymond Knight, not sold on Whittaker and H. Agreed, DB. Internal says Jones is heavyweight strength. Staley Vigo 02 says, hate really isn't good for your mental health, bro. L42 says,
Super chat.
Because Salamander with the 99 cents. Thank you.
I think it's 99 something else.
Cents.
D Brown says triple champ Henry Cejudo versus Amanda Nunez. Please, Dana White. Manny C, it's never happening. DC 1 and SB says Don Data. Khabib Goat, laughing my ass off, not sold on Whittaker. Trent Jacobson, have you seen Stylebender get KO'd in kickboxing yet?
I did, yeah.
Mac V says Israel struggled and got his face busted up by a short welterweight wrestler. John could beat him standing because he always does it using their own strength, striking, and grappling ground.
My man, see, we're on the same level here. That whole Kelvin Gastelum fight just did it for me. It did it for me. Not taking anything away from Gastelum, but that was way too competitive.
It's like you completely rip away from him, though.
Kelvin was fucking piecing him up at some points. I mean, you take away the 5th round. You know, credit to Adesanya with that 5th round. You look at the rest of that fight, that shit was damn close. Kelvin was lumping him up. Now you get a bigger boy in there with him, a Jon Jones in there with him. Come on. What are we smoking?
Wonderful.
What are we smoking right now? You got picogram, man? Shit. Now, a lot of people are saying about Jon Jones, they're saying, well, he's not on the roids. You know, he doesn't have the roids in his system. He's not the same fighter. Adesanya has made claims about this. We'll see. We will find out, but not anytime soon. I don't see it happening anytime soon. Fists in the air like you just don't care. Fists in the air like you just don't care. Fists in the air like you just don't care. We got 50 likes. Let's dance.
I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes.
MMA holds 50
likes. I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes.
We've got 50
likes.
MMA holds
50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA holds 50 likes. The dislikes can choke on a dick.
Only 8 people choking on that dick, and 63 people.
Hanging with the boys.
Oh, God.
What else we got in the news? Oh, Colby Covington.
According to MMA Fighting, Colby Covington says overrated Ben Askren finally got exposed in front of the entire world. Colby Covington never believed the hype surrounding Ben Askren, and now he's celebrating with a chorus of I told so's following his 5-second demise this past weekend at UFC 239. Askren suffered the fastest knockout in UFC history courtesy of Covington's teammate Jorge Masvidal, who exploded out of his corner as soon as the fight started and then blasted the former Olympian with a flying knee that brought an immediate end to the to the contest.
He exploded out of his corner?
According to MMA Fighting, he did.
It's exploded, Jesse.
Covington, who is prepared for the fight of his own against Robbie Lawler on August 3rd, was elated not only to watch Masvidal get the win, but also because it came at the expense of Askren's previously undefeated record. Askren definitely received a lot of attention after joining the UFC roster as part of an unprecedented trade that brought him to the promotion from one championship. He won his first fight in somewhat controversial fashion after surviving an early barrage from former welterweight champ Robbie Lawler to then earn a come-from-behind victory with a bulldog choke in the opening round of their encounter back in March. Covington felt like Askren should have taken a loss in that fight, but he was more than happy to watch Masvidal put him away in such a dramatic fashion on Saturday night. The knockout was the first loss of Askren's record, and he's made no indication that one setback would deter him from the ultimate goal of winning the UFC welterweight title, but Covington believes we've already heard the last of him when it comes to the relevancy in the decision. This is what he said. He's not a virgin anymore because Jorge just popped his cherry on Saturday night. I can't go with the virgin thing anymore. Let's be honest, he's 0-2. CM Punk has spent more time in the octagon and has 2 less KOs than Askren. We've got to write off the 40-year-old nerd Askren. He's out of contention. He's made history. He wanted to make history and be just like me, except there's a different history book for what he's done. I'm in the history books for being the only UFC fighter to visit the White House. He's going to be in the history books for being on the wrong end of the fastest knockout in UFC history. He won't be back. He'll never be the same again. That kind of knockout, you never recover. Putting Askren aside, Covington says he was genuinely happy to see Masvidal get the win, even if that means they are now competing for the same title opportunity against reigning welterweight champ Kamaru Usman next. Covington has been promised a title shot on several occasions, but he believes there is no denying him if he gets past Lawler when they meet on August 3rd.
All right, so it would be really funny. I mean, all this for nothing. Imagine Robbie Lawler just shuts him up and just puts, the knuckle sandwich right in his face and knocks out Colby Covington. Like, what a mess. That would be such a mess for Colby. He's done so much work to put him where he is. He won the interim title. He set himself for a unification, and it just never panned out with injuries between both parties and whatever. I don't know. But if Robbie Lawler knocks him the fuck out, then what does Colby do? Like, it takes everything out. It's kind of like what happened with Conor. Once he took the L, it took the shine off of Conor. It's the same thing with Colby. He's on this nice little win streak. He's been dominating people. Blah 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 blah. He's been running his mouth. And if he takes an L here, it would completely tarnish the whole thing.
Well, first of all, I think Lawler's going to win against Covington. And I think Covington takes a step back after this. He has no leg to stand on after this fight. If he loses to Lawler, he has no leg to stand on. So like you said, what does he do? Nothing. He does nothing. He steps back. Unless he continues on with the little cringe thing that he's been trying to do to maintain publicity, that's the only thing he can do. Other than that, he can't do anything.
Well, we'll see. I mean, fighters come back. And look at Lawler. This is like his 3rd run, and he's won the belt. Before he's defended the belts. The guy was a decent champion for a while, and now he's coming back again. Robbie Lawler. I know the Ben Askren thing went down, but that was controversial, right? I guess I don't fucking know, but it's not impossible for Robbie to win this fight. I don't think he will though. I don't. I'm leaning towards Colby. That's what I'm saying. By the way, I saw people earlier in the chat. They were asking us about the Jones versus Santos thing. We discussed it a lot on Monday and last night. Real quick, I think Jones won that fight. Jesse? Jones Santos.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were complaining. I had Jones winning that fight. I think he deserved the win there. Santos did a great job, made it entertaining, made it competitive, made it difficult for Jon Jones, but Jones did enough to win, and you got to beat the champ. I know there's been fights before, Cejudo versus DJ and all that shit. But, in this case, I believe the judges got it right. Yeah. And who cares, right?
Well,
who fucking cares?
I'm sure a lot of people care because it's Jon Jones.
Who cares? Jones will eventually take an L. Everyone faces the L. It just wasn't the night for it that night. We'll see what happens. All right, let's move on to another story over here. We got 2 swole, sexy hours. The MMA holds TGIW. Wonderful. All right, here we go. Cub Swanson. What do we got here with Cubby Boy?
According to ESPN.com, Swanson versus Gracie bout being finalized. The UFC is close to finalizing a featherweight bout between Cub Swanson and Kron Gracie for the UFC Fight Night on October 12th, sources told ESPN. The event will air on ESPN+. The UFC has not yet announced a venue for the October 12th date. Swanson, who's 25-11...
You can't stop the Siberian Express!
Choo-choo, motherfuckers!
Choo-choo, the Ian Lev experience.
When are the 2 of you going to set up a Mets channel for JBH? Think of it as charity for Met fans. They are cursed almost as bad as a certain Chicago Polak is stupid. On another front, my wife is fighting her brother over the moms the games begin.
What is his
wife is fighting her brother over the mom's will.
No, okay.
Oh, that's horrible.
Fuck.
Wonderful.
Thank you, the Ian Lev experience. I don't know. Jesse's channel is there. A link in the description. We got to figure out what's going on with that thing. Right now, we have a problem with our main channel, so we have to get that straightened out first.
Our focuses are in other areas right now. I'd love to, but
I want you to clean your vagina.
it's just so time consuming, this show.
Yeah, WMMA Scene Now is now part of Not the MMA Holes. So thank you for subbing to our second channel. We over doubled our audience over here, so we do appreciate you coming over for that. And subscribe to both channels. Every channel that you see down, subscribe, because if we get shut down, we're going to just keep on rattling these shows off on different channels. So we got 3 sexy channels. The MMA Holes, Not the MMA Holes. JBH's channel is down below. Check that shite out. And Cub Swanson's going to die.
Wonderful.
I mean, I think that's obvious, right? Cubby, I don't know, man. Oh, boy.
Oh, shit.
Cubby, what are we doing here? Does anyone think that Cub could turn it around? I mean, he's looked like complete horseshit. Oh, shit, what? What happened?
I accidentally X'd out of a news story.
What? How many stories do we have left?
A lot, actually.
All right,
But we don't have to get to them all. It's okay.
Yeah, maybe we'll open some phone calls.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. What else we have here? Oh, here we go.
All right. According to MMA Mania, Israel Adesanya slams meth head Robert Whittaker for UFC 243 stare down. Most people don't know what a meth head looks like outside of those awful before and after pics on Google. So we can't say for sure whether or not UFC middleweight champ Robert Whittaker fits the bill.
Fucking meth head, he called him.
But we'll leave those determinations to experts like Israel Adesanya. That was the scouting report from the last stylebender ahead of his UFC 243 pay-per-view main event against the Reaper, which takes place Saturday, October 5th, 2019, inside a venue to be named somewhere in Australia. This is what Adesanya told MMA Junkie. At the stare down, he just reminded me of like a meth head. When you look into someone's eyes and you're just like, yeah, and I'm looking at him like, okay, cool. He's a guy, he's been here, he's tough, he's a vet in this game, so I don't have to try to get under his skin. He's not under my skin, and he says he doesn't think about me, and I don't want him to. I don't expect him to.
Where is he getting meth head from? Like Whittaker.
This is what he said.
Is a family man. Like
he said, when you look into someone's eyes and you're just like, yeah, and I'm looking at him like, okay, cool. That's where he got meth head from.
Fucking guy, he's off his rocker.
Whittaker,
this is the guy you root for. Like he seems nice. He seems like a nice kid, but he's a fucking loony. There's something off between the ears.
Well, Whittaker apparently thought about him enough to offer his opinion to Adesanya's unanimous decision win over Kelvin Gastelum at UFC 236 back in April, which gave the Nigerian the interim middleweight strap. Whittaker has been on the sideline since last June after going through another round of medical problems. In fact, his UFC 225 win over Yoel Romero marks his only octagon fight over the last 2 years, which could be a factor in his late fall return. We'll find out in less than 3 months.
This might be one of Bobby Knuckles' easiest fights.
Oh, please.
This is this is one of those fights that they throw at these fighters have had a little layoff. You know, they throw them an easy one.
Listen, I don't like the cringe that Adesanya's throwing at him. I think that he's so much better than that. But I don't think Whittaker's going to win.
Well, all right. We should make a little friendly. We should have an MMA holes bet between you and me on this fight. Be the easiest bet I've ever made.
$5?
No, not $5. We need to have a challenge. That's what we should do. We should think that up. Maybe on Food Court Friday. I don't know.
What kind of challenge?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, next story. And let me know in the chat. Actually, you know what? Let me know in the chat who wins, Adesanya or Whittaker. I want to see what the chat room says.
Heavy Microgrow says meth head is the only diss people can say about a skinny Mexican dude. Craig and Blaze says, why is Adesanya so angry? Cree, Whittaker will kill this little punk, no doubt. Sean Hart, I watched Bobby's podcast on Grange TV, and Bobby is 100% ready for this kid. My guess, Whittaker going to KO Adesanya, can't wait for the night. MacV, Whittaker made Izzy look childish by apologizing because Izzy was butthurt for a single post he took a trash talk. Drunk Savage, undecided. Mike S. Fight, Scott F. Izzy got the easy route to title shot similar to McGregor. Michael Anslone says Whittaker. MacV, Whittaker beat Yoel twice. Robert will win. JW Jesus saves. Mark Wallace, dude's gay. 4121ZON4 says Adesanya's so angry because he can't be white too. Blizz Kid Whittaker pulls out. Sean Hart, Bobby all day. Staley Vigo says I agree with Michael Anzalone. Robbie Shalomo, Yoel got robbed. NH Whittaker is going to kill him. A Froggy Troll is speaking another language in the chat. Flatter thinking JW Jesus knows it's flat. Boats and Hoes Whittaker. DB Cooper's Moneybags Whittaker. Cree Whittaker dropped the Whittakers. Mark Jackson Whittaker. DB Whittaker lost to Romero the second fight.
Yes. Super chat. What do we got here? Tim Desta.
Did you see that Insta meme that triggered Adesanya?
I didn't see that meme. Actually, if you can put it on the MMAholes.com, that would be wonderful.
Wonderful.
Thank you for the donation, man. Appreciate it. Another donation coming in.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo,
We got Vlad coming in. Whoops, wrong one.
6'4" undefeated MMA fighter with a 75-13 kickboxing record gets pieced up by 5'9" chubby wrestler with limited striking experience. This man says he'd beat the Jon Jones. He's smoking crack. Bobby Knuckles about to Masvidal him.
There you go, Vlad. I concur.
Wonderful.
I concur. I'm Bobby Knuckles all day long. By the way, drop it on the MMAholes.com. All right, the MMAholes.com. Any memes you got over there, I'd love to see them. This one tickled my pickle a little bit. Here's Jon Jones doing the bottle cap challenge. But I think the bottle is a little bit different. It's his own twist on the challenge. Yeah. So check out the memes over here on the MMAholes.com. And it's wonderful.
Wonderful.
By the way, I have to give a shout out to Robin Black. Robin Black, congratulations. You are now the second MMA show with an orange background. I saw he was painting his wall orange. So you are the second MMA show with an orange background. We indeed are trendsetters here on the MMA Holes, even to the colors on the walls.
Wonderful.
And hopefully you get your Instagram back. Let's see what we got. EPO bottle. That's what it was. Is that Pico's bottle? Adesanya. Yep, agree with you, Vlad. Didn't be biased, Sean, or don't be biased, Sean. You fucking Aussie. Whoa. Get on the MMA Holes website, you bastards, says Drunk Savage. Sean Hart says Fook. Robin Black. The Sly Kunt. Thug Rose. Cap challenge is the best. Yeah, didn't she kick... let me see. She kicked her bae in the face. Where is she? Rose. Where are you, Rose?
Wonderful.
She kicked her poor bae in the face. Okay, let's show it over here to those of you. And this bottle cap challenge, it got a little out of control, huh? I mean, this might be the first like MMA thing that went viral, you know? That everyone's talking about. Like it's good for the sport that everyone's doing this.
Wonderful.
You got like singers and comedians and everyone jumping in on this.
Go. Keep going.
Here we go. Where's Pat Barry? Where is he?
Okay.
There he is. Hold on. Let's get a little closer. Let's get to the Zoom cam. That's what we do over here. We get to the Zoom cam. If you're listening on Podbean and iTunes, this is Rose. Looks like to be in her beautiful backyard. Perfectly landscaped yard over here. And Pat Barry is holding the bottle. Rose is huffing and puffing. The camera goes around. We have a little slow motion action as Rose is bouncing up and down. She taps the bottle cap to size it up. She taps it, spins around, goes to kick, and boom, Pat Barry right in the face. Oh, the comedy.
Wonderful.
Oh, the comedy. What was your favorite bottle challenge?
Uh,
I thought they were all stupid, to be honest.
The original.
The original?
Holloway, yeah.
Yeah, well, he wasn't really the original. I forgot there's a story behind it. But we'll put your bottle challenge on the MMA Holes website. That would be fun to watch. The MMA Holes doing their own bottle challenge. All right, let's get back into the news, JBH.
Wonderful.
We go back over to the MMAholes.com. We go to the news section. We see what's over there. Jesse, what we got next?
According to ESPN.com, Santos fought with a torn ACL, MCL, PCL, and meniscus.
Just a couple of injuries.
Thiago Santos fought most of his light heavyweight title bout with Jon Jones on essentially one leg. Santos tore the ACL, MCL, PCL, and meniscus of his left knee in the UFC 239 main event Saturday night in Las Vegas. His manager, Alex Davis, confirmed with ESPN. Tests came back with the information Monday, Davis said. Brazilian outlet Combat was the first to report the news. Davis said that Santos is likely to be out for the rest of 2019 and beyond. Santos has a partial ligament tear in his right knee. Santos' coach, Philip Lima, told ESPN Brazil. Jones won the fight by split decision to retain the 205-pound title, but Santos fought extremely well in defeat. It was the first time Jones had ever gone to decision and lost on one of the judges' scorecards. There are 4 primary ligaments that stabilize the knee, and Santos tore 3 of them, plus the meniscus in his left knee.
Did they say that was the first time he went to decision and lost on one of the scorecards? Is that right? Really?
Yes. How he remained standing, let alone able to challenge Jones through 5 rounds to a split decision, all while battling pain and instability, defies logic. The full extent of the damage won't be truly appreciated until he is in the operating room and his surgeon has an opportunity to visualize the knee. But if there is some good news for Santos, it's that he has been fully integrated with the staff at the UFC Performance Institute for some time, and it already has a plan in place for his post-operative rehab. Santos said in the UFC 239 post-fight media conference that he felt something give away in his left knee and at the end of the first round. By the 4th and 5th rounds, Santos was clearly favoring the leg, but still fighting effectively against Jones, who is regarded as perhaps the best pound-for-pound MMA fighter of all time.
All right, so what do you guys think of that fight? We spoke about it earlier, and Santos was he was a little hurt in that fight.
So I gotta
Just a little
say,
bit.
I nearly tore my ACL when I was playing softball back in high school. I didn't tear it. I was like this fucking close. And I could have had surgery if I did. But it fucking hurt like a bitch. And that's just not tearing it.
You are cursing a lot tonight. What's going on? So I gotta get some
I'm
soap?
letting out some inner anger. Moss, this is my fucking outlet because I can't let it out in
I
real
get some
life.
soap for that mouth? I mean, you are really...
No, I'm not.
You're
Stop
really
it.
like a trucker tonight. I might have to... let me know what the ones in the chat if I should put a bar of soap in Jesse's mouth.
Stop it.
I mean, this is children watching. You are F-bombing like crazy, girl. What's wrong, Jesse? Talk to us. Is it
Moss,
Is it my new song?
I have inner frustrations in real life, and this is my outlet.
All right, it's a little what? Go ahead.
That was
So what's in your head? What's going on?
Doesn't matter.
Inner.
You made it clear that it doesn't matter. So
Now you're chewing on your fingernails.
yeah, because they're all fucked up.
Yeah. You can't chew on the disease. Can't do that. By the way, let's do a couple of shout outs to our sponsors before we get back into the news. Clean Your Vagina, new Not the MMA Hole. Ebbs Rock. What's up, Ebbs Rock? Thank you for the sub. Thank you to everyone to everyone for joining us tonight. Thank you for the donations, the likes, everyone viewing our beautiful show. We got some fights this weekend. We got to talk about a way to place a bet, and it's called BetDSI.
Just because you're not in Vegas doesn't mean you can't bet on MMA and UFC. BetDSI offers online wagering and has been paying winners for 20 years. Use the link in the description with promo code MMAHOLE, all one word, and get up to 100% bonus match as well as $25 as a welcome bonus today. BetDSI also offers betting options for everything, including NFL, NCAA football, NBA, NHL, UFC, and all their major sports, politics, reality TV, esports, virtually everything. We play there ourselves and recommend BetDSI if you want to add some excitement to fights or any of the sports you are watching. Once again, go to BetDSI with the link in the description below using promo code MMAHOLE, all one word, and get this limited time 100% bonus offer as well as $25 as a welcome bonus to make some extra cash on the sports you know and love. It's only a game until you bet it at BetDSI.
Yeah, baby. BetDSI. Promo code MMAHole. Get your bets in.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Also, today, I was feeling a little anxious, Jesse.
You were feeling anxious
And
today, Moss?
I took a little bit of this. It is beautiful oil from Timeless CBD. And if Trevor Poole does not answer us, Drunk Savage, it looks like you are going to get some beautiful products from Timeless CBD. So Trevor Poole, get your head out of your ass. I don't know why you went crazy yesterday, but come back and we will send you your stuff because we're going to do that. But this is a beautiful product here. It works. There's multiple things that you can buy. We have a promo code. And Jesse, you need to tell everybody some more about it. Oh, what's that?
Timeless CBD sees a gap in the industry between quality and affordability. This is a CBD company that strives to make top-notch products at prices people can afford. All of Timeless CBD's products are carefully handmade at their facility. Each and every batch is third-party tested. Visit Timeless CBD with the link in the description and get your hands on only the best CBD products, such as full spectrum oils, gummies, pain salves, freezes, BCAAs, and more. Use promo code MMAHOLE, all one word, for up to 20% off of your entire order. We use Timeless CBD and we haven't felt this good in years. We recommend Timeless CBD to anyone seeking treatment for numerous conditions. Once again, visit Timeless CBD with the link in the description and get your hands on only the best CBD products. Use promo code MMAHOLE and get up to 20% off of your entire purchase.
Yeah, Timeless CBD is
Wonderful, wonderful.
And a quick shout out to Real Bearded Men, 15% off. Promo code MMAHOLE. We'll be visiting them next week. And Real Bearded Men has some good stuff over there. If you got a sexy beard, you need a comb, you need a blade, you need some oil or wax or whatever that stuff. Check it out. Link in the description. The best deals here on the MMA Holes. I saw someone in the chat speaking about Masvidal versus Colby Covington. And I just want to know, Jesse, who would win that fight if they were to ever, if buddies were going to clash? Masvidal. Even after you saw Colby Covington ragdolling him in the apartment.
What?
You didn't see that video?
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Well, it's a long time ago. But I showed you. It's another thing I showed you that right off. Phew, right to the orange wall.
Are you done, Moss?
Done what?
You always do that. Just understand this.
You're sensitive. All right. So that video. So there was a video I did show. I did show you.
Understand this, Moss.
Yeah.
I don't listen to everything you say, and I don't pay attention to everything you show me.
And it's funny that you answer, too. So how am I supposed to know you're not listening?
You know why I answer?
Yeah.
To move on.
Within the story. No, I'm saying within that story that you don't remember, you actually have a conversation with me. It's pretty wild. But maybe, I don't know, maybe your mind goes to GSP.
My mind is already somewhere else.
I know.
So I make answers to please you, but I'm not paying attention.
And you do that to the audience, too. Not
I'm
just
like a man.
You do it to the audience, too, because you don't listen to the phone calls or the chat as well.
Right.
But we still love you, Jesse.
You can try throwing me under the bus as much as you want, but the truth is that is exactly the truth.
I'm just horsing around with you.
Yeah.
It's called
well, I don't care.
Sarcasm. Anyway, so Masvidal, you're saying, is going to beat Colby Covington. Is that what you'd say?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to go with Colby. I'm going to go, yeah, I can't see what that dude is saying. I think someone blocked him. I can't see. Do you see what that dude is saying in there? No, I don't see it. Who wins, Masvidal or Covington, if they were to tango? You never know. I mean, if Usman gets hurt or if someone defeats Usman and, Colby Covington beats Robbie Lawler, Masvidal beats Usman, and, you never know. They might fight. Two friends go at it. Who wins? Let us know in the chat.
D. Brown says CBD Timeless Wakanda Cannabis Canada. JW Jesus wins in the end. Jack Pearson Game Bread all day. Sean Hart, there is a lady on the G corner who is getting facial hair removal after my brother Paul told her she has a beard, no lie.
Wonderful.
Mark Wallace, Darce choke her now. Mac V, Colby isn't one-dimensional like Ben. I think Colby wins. Steven Stern, Covington, Roberto Hernandez, Jorge, it's even. Michael Anzalone, Masvidal, Drunk Savage, Colby all day, you fooks. Khabib, go ATT wins that we sure about. Mark Jackson, her mind is with Ariel Hawani. Desmond Jolly, Colby, Wakanda fan, Covington. DB Cooper's money bags, laughing my ass off, Drunk Savage. Internal Colby, Boss Kogar, dropping a koala bear?
Yeah, it looks like koala and a laughing. I can't see what that dude is writing. Can you see? Did someone block him?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't see it. I don't know. So hopefully, that dude, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. Let's see. What's going on here? Rumble Johnson and Francis Ngannou? What's this?
According to BJPen.com, Francis Ngannou in the heavyweight rumble, that needs to happen. Why it needs to happen. Francis Ngannou, who's 14-3-0, is on a roll and shows no signs of slowing down. The Predator scored yet another first-round knockout victory last month at UFC Minneapolis, defeating former champ Junior Dos Santos, who's 21-6-0. Francis Ngannou has won 3 fights back-to-back, disposing of Cain Velasquez earlier this year and Curtis Blaydes in 2018. Ngannou is sitting on a trilogy of first-round knockouts. Whilst the reigning UFC heavyweight champion Daniel Cormier is busy with a scheduled rematch against Stipe Miocic at UFC 241 and a potential Jones versus Cormier trilogy fight in the future, many people are left questioning what the future holds for Francis Ngannou. Few fighters are jumping at the opportunity to fight the Predator and test the knockout killing spree. Many are scared of his ability to deliver accurate, powerful punches and dismantle even the most seasoned veterans. However, there is one fight for Francis Ngannou and would definitely cause a rumble in the MMA community. Imagine former UFC light heavyweight title challenger Anthony Johnson, who's 22-6-0, squaring off against Francis Ngannou.
You can't stop the Siberian Express.
Shoot.
Motherfuckers.
Donatione. What do we got here?
Are the MMA holds equal opportunity? For example, can a minority person work for you all? You may need to have some diversity to meet a quota and avoid an ACLU affirmative action lawsuit. So if a person with skin opposite your color applies, consider them.
We prefer a dark-skinned individual.
Shut up. We are a very equal opportunity employer.
We are. No, we want black people. I'm going to be honest with you. We're probably going to turn away all the white. If you go over to themmaholes.com and you apply for a job, maybe a brown person's cool too. Possibly a yellow person, but we don't want any white people. We have enough. Thank you for that donation. It's the truth. I mean, I'm not going to lie. We want brown people and black people. Speaking of black people, Rumble Johnson versus Ngannou. If this fantasy fight was going to happen, when I say fantasy, I mean fantasy because it's not going to happen. But if it did, who would win? I know who you're going to say.
Ngannou.
Who? Let me ask you a question, Jesse. Yeah. Who beats Ngannou besides Stipe? Like right now, I bet you pick Ngannou over Stipe in the rematch.
Yeah, Ngannou.
All right, so who in heavyweight beats Ngannou?
Nobody.
Daniel Cormier? Or you picked Ngannou over him too, didn't you?
No, I think I picked Cormier over Ngannou. Wait, what did I say about
Cormier? I think you picked Ngannou, but I don't remember. I'm not sure. Let's go over. I'm going to show you the rankings, right? I'm going to show you the heavyweights that are sitting there, and I want you to know. I want you to tell me who beats Ngannou. I know you're pretty hot on the BBC, and you think Ngannou beats the world. So Daniel Cormier is sitting at top. You got Miocic, who beat him already, but you say the rematch Ngannou gets the win. Dos Santos, not so much. Curtis plays, not so much. Derek Lewis, well, Derek Lewis beat him, Jess.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander Volkov. Overeem, Cain Velasquez. Who do we got, Jesse? Who is there anyone over there or no?
No.
No one. So JBH says nobody beats Francis Ngannou. Let me know in the chat who would beat Ngannou, and would Rumble be the guy? Let me know.
According to Michael Anzalone, Hardy is a possibility. Khabib, Heavy Micro Rose says Brock with the wrestling, I think, could put real pressure on him, but only if he can. And I missed the rest. I'm sorry. Doug McGuire says you get monetary compensation if they are on food stamps. Definitely hire a Negro. Post Reloaded, Lewis already beaten Ngannou. That dude says, pray for me. I'm about to hit this joint and blast off to Mars. While you do that dude, make sure you apply for your next position. Internal says, Cormier, Stipe, please. Steven Stern says, I would take Cormier. Cris says, Rumble would knock his head off. My guess, Stipe and Cormier beat Ngannou. The Ian Lev experience, Stipe beats him again. Jack Pearson, Khalil Roundtree would beat Johnson.
Yeah, we did mention that Stipe and Derek Lewis beat him already. We did mention that. But Jesse says in the rematch, doesn't matter. Ngannou all day. So that's what Jesse's got going on here. We go from Ngannou to a guy that could be Ngannou's dingleberry over here. We have bantamweight John Lineker, who got cut. What's going on? Where is he now?
He's one championship.
One championship for John Lineker. So I thought bare knuckle. You know, some people in the chat were talking about that. That sounded like it was fun, but one pays. So one probably paid a pretty penny. They've been paying these guys good. I wonder how much he made. Does it say in the article?
No.
Fucking article's useless. Article's useless. What good is this article? We want to know the money. That's what we want to know. The fuck? All right, what does it say? What are you doing, by the way?
Working.
What are you working on?
The business.
Oh, can't we wait like...
I'm talking to you at the same time.
25 minutes?
What's the problem?
No, well, the story is here. I'm
answering all your questions.
No, yeah. Well, what does the story say?
Okay. Jeez. Well, I don't have that one open anymore because we already discussed it, so I X'd out of it.
You X'd out? Yeah, I guess we don't give a shit. If we don't know how much he made. Well, here's a tweet from John Lineker. And he says in the tweet...
I will answer all the questions out there about myself in the ring. People will be changing the channel to watch me fight. I will continue to do what I love, fight and put on a show. Thank you, One, for having me. At Alex Davis MMA at One Championship.
All right. So there you go. John Lineker. I'll probably never watch another one of your fights again. Who is this Dapper Dave? Who's this guy over here? Former UFC fighter Ivan What?
Who the fuck is that guy?
What the heck?
Who is this guy?
Are you on the right one?
Yeah.
What the heck?
What do you mean, what the heck?
I'm on Gustafson right now.
Well, I got a completely different buffet of articles here.
What the heck?
What? Don't say heck. How dare you say heck?
You skipped Gustafson.
There's no Gustafson on the website.
Yes, there is. Go down. That little tiny picture.
Okay. I'm sorry. How could I pass this? All right. What is second thoughts on retirement? What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm interested.
All right. According to MMA Junkie, Alexander Gustafson is having second thoughts on retirement, saying, I still have this tingle. When Alexander Gustafson lost to Anthony Smith in June, he took to the mic afterward to call it quits. The defeat was Gustafson's second consecutive loss. Prior to that, the Swede was defeated by light heavyweight champ Jon Jones at UFC 232. However, fight fans may not have seen the last of Gustafson inside a UFC cage. According to a report from MMA Nit, Gustafson lost, or like so many others, retired fighters, is feeling the itch to come back. As time goes on, it's become more and more apparent that MMA retirements don't last long. Many fighters have trouble keeping their word, and very few walk away from the sport for good. Gustafson might be no different. He said, quote, I fought my last fight against Anthony Smith, and it didn't go as planned. I felt an incredible frustration. I'm a really sore loser, and I left my gloves in the cage and felt that's enough now. But with that said, I still have this tingle in my hands. This is very new. It's been a month, and I'm far from a retired fighter in my way of thinking and such.
Oh, God!
I've made my decision and so on, but it takes time to adapt and accept the new things in life and your role in all of it. Now 32, Gustafson made his professional MMA debut at age 19. Gustafson fought 24 times over the span of 12 years and defeated some of the top names in MMA, including Mauricio Rua, Glover Teixeira, Jamie Manawa, and Jan Blachowicz, among others. This 6'5" light heavyweight had lost 4 out of his final 6 bouts before his retirement announcement on June 1st.
I feel if you drop those gloves in the cage, you should never be allowed to come back. That's what I feel. You should never be allowed to come back. Now, if you do fake retirements and you bullshit, in interviews and stuff like that, then it's one thing. You're fucking being a dingleberry. But if you drop the gloves in the cage, that's become like a thing. Like, that's like a cool thing, That's like you kind of fuck it all up, And he dropped his gloves in the cage. Stay retired. You suck, man. Your best days are way behind you. I'm done with you. God damn it. What do you think, Jesse? Do you want him back?
Nah.
I mean, it's annoying. It really, what are we going to do? What is he going to do? Come back, fight like 2 more fights or 3 more fights, and then put the gloves in the cage again? Like, how many times are we going to see your stupid gloves on the mat? Done with him. Anyway, now let's go over.
Well, we already talked about John Lineker, so now we're going to go to Ivan Stirkov. Former UFC fighter Ivan Stirkov suspended 2 years by USADA following a failed drug test. Russian light heavyweight Ivan Stirkov has been suspended for 2 years by USADA following a failed drug test taken prior to his scheduled UFC debut earlier this year. USADA officials announced the news on Tuesday, saying, quote, Stirkov, 31, who was added to the UFC roster in the middle of March, had 2 out-of-competition urine samples collected on March 27, 2019, and April 3, 2019, reported as atypical shortly before he was scheduled to compete in a UFC bout.
I gotta ask you a question, Jesse. Is he fighting smoke here? What's going on?
Yes.
It looks like he's in a fight with some smoke.
USADA notified the UFC of the laboratory's initial atypical findings, and out of an abundance of caution, the UFC removed Stirkov from the card in which he was scheduled to compete. After conducting additional analysis, the laboratory reported both Stirkov's samples as positive for boldenone and its metabolite 5B andros 1EN 17B031. Boldenone is an anabolic steroid which is banned at all times for athletes competing in the UFC and under the USADA drug test program. While Stirkov was initially flagged for atypical findings in his drug test, USADA eventually discovered the banned substance by using the isotope ratio mass spectrometry method with his samples. The 2-year suspension backdates to March 27th, which means technically Stirkov would not be eligible to fight again until after March 27th, 2021.
I don't see what anyone's talking about here. It doesn't look like he's on steroids at all. I don't see it. Guy looks like me. Like, I feel like I'm looking at myself in the mirror, just shaved head. I mean, I don't see. Maybe. I mean, I don't. Do you see steroids, Jess?
Not at all.
I'm looking at a guy with his shirt off over here. Not really that much muscle tone. I don't see it. What's the next story?
According to MMA Mania, after winning the lightweight title, Tony Ferguson will knock out everybody at welterweight.
Crazy man.
Sounds like former UFC interim lightweight champ Tony Ferguson is tired of wishy-washy Dana White putting the 155-pound division on hold every time Conor McGregor takes a dump.
You know, I like Tony Ferguson. He's starting to look like Beaker from the Muppets with that hair, right?
Yeah.
I'm digging it. I'm digging the Muppet. Why not just shave it off? Why pretend that your hairline is not going away? Just shave it off.
I don't know.
All right.
Which is why he's contemplating a career change. Ferguson, who's 25-3, who started his MMA career at welterweight, is considering a move back to 170 pounds, just as soon as he captures the lightweight crown from the winner of Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Dustin Poirier, who collide at UFC 242 main event. He said, quote, "Later on, I can knock out everybody at 170, but literally the most important thing right now is Khabib. Give me that belt. I'm getting bored. They send me up to 170. I'm going to tell them that I'm there to collect rent. I get to boot their shit to 155 now. It's funny how that happens. I started at 170, I moved to 155, and I might have to go back up. But it's part of the program. It's part of the game. In old days, fighters were taught to move down in weight to maximize their potential. Now it seems they're doing the opposite. With greater results, Robert Whittaker went from welterweight to middleweight and now rules the division with an iron fist. Likewise for Anthony Smith and Thiago Santos, 2 middleweight journeymen who jumped up to light heavyweight and blasted their way to a Jon Jones title shot. Now it sounds like it's time for Ferguson, who's 35 years old, to see if the grass is truly greener on the other side. The real question, should guys like Tyron Woodley be looking over their shoulders?
The window's closing. He needs to rattle off some fights here, man. I hope he can get back in there, get back on the horse. I hope he gets that Khabib fight. You know, the winner of Poirier versus Khabib. But it's just like, I don't want to wait anymore. I want to see this dude fight Khabib already. I want to see him move on to welterweight. I'd be fascinated to see what he does. But he is 35 years old. And the way he fights, I mean, how long can he go? Especially the fact that he's crazy, you know?
Yeah.
How healthy is it for him to continue fighting the way he fights? The guy is so much fun to watch. But man, he has some big high expectations for, you know, a little amount of time here at 35. Well, hopefully he can stay healthy and we can see a lot more of him and see him in welterweight, and fingers crossed. Kukui. Next story.
All right, last story. According to MMA Fighting, Anthony Smith's comments on Luke Rockhold's KO loss, saying, quote, I think he absolutely deserves it. Over the past year, Anthony Smith and Luke Rockhold have been engaging in a war of words. It started when Rockhold made clear his intentions to move up to 205 pounds and in doing so, dismissed the achievements of other middleweights who had made the leap, namely Smith. Smith took umbrage to that and a public battle ensued that got progressively more heated, with Smith declaring he would drill a hole through Luke Rockhold's fucking face. Rockhold was dismissive of the comments, saying Smith was a credible character at 205 pounds, and then proclaimed his intention to defeat Jan Blachowicz and then challenge Jon Jones. About that. On Saturday night at UFC 239, Rockhold didn't quite deliver on his promises. Instead, the former UFC middleweight champion was knocked out by Blachowicz in the second round. To add injury to insult, Rockhold also suffered a broken jaw in the loss. All in all, it was a bad weekend for Rockhold and Smith. Can't think of someone who deserves it more, even if it didn't get to be him that wired Rockhold's mouth shut. Anthony Smith told SiriusXM Fight Nation, quote, I would have loved to have been the guy that put Rockhold out like that, but I think it serves him right. All the trash talk, all the Anthony Smith is a bum, Gustafson's going to roll over him and I'm going to starch Jan, and just disrespect and just looking right over Jan. I've been telling everyone that asks, Jan Blachowicz is the dark horse in the division. He's one of the most dangerous dudes, and part of it's because he's so quiet. He keeps his mouth shut, and he does his thing, and he keeps on just walking through people. He does have the loss to Thiago, but I think it's safe to say that there's nothing to blink your eyes at there. So it's unfortunate that his jaw is broken. I don't want anybody to get hurt, but it's nice to, again, see Rockhold get it shoved right in his face. Every single time he's trash-talked somebody and been too cocky and thought he was too good for everybody and that his shit doesn't stink, he ends up being the one that looks stupid. So I'm glad that the MMA gods made sure that that kept happening.
The real question is, who is going to be the fighter to actually kill Rockhold when they actually completely take his jaw off of his face and beat him with it?
Yeah.
So he's not going anywhere? What do you think? You think he's gonna stay around? Or do you think he's gonna be like, I'm gonna model?
No, I think Rockhold's gonna call it quits here soon.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you like we said on the Monday show, you don't want to say, oh, this guy needs to retire. You need to retire, but you kind of feel like, man, if you're breaking your jaw over and over again, it's like, dude,
Wonderful.
I think it's time. I think it's time for you to, I mean, you're a model, for God's sakes, right? Go model those traps off in some skimpy jeans or some shit. I don't know. Nor do I care. I'm so over Rockhold. You know, he had that chance at light heavyweight. I had a little interest. And Blackwood's fucking put his jaw on the other side of his head. So I think we got the answer, Luke Rockhold. You don't belong at light heavyweight. You don't belong at middleweight anymore either. Your chin's gone. Like literally. It's off of your face. So I don't know. What do you think in the chat about Luke Rockhold? Would you like to see him keep competing, or what do you want?
Troy's Hart says Dana should retire at the same time Luke does. Sean Hart, Moss, same here. Sunny D, Hold Rocks, Tom Bennett still sleeping. DB Cooper's Moneybags, Rockhold is done, man. Jack Pearson, bro, he was never a fighter. He just did it for the statement. Drunk Savage, Yoel needs to make an honest man out of Rockhold. Khabib, go. There is only one 155 champ. Undefeated, undisputed, alhamdulillah. Sean Hart, Fook him off. Blizzkid, poor guy, retire, man. You see JBH's language is scaring away the truckers in the chat. Steven Stern, he should retire. He's been knocked out too many times. Desmond Jolly, Luke out cold is trashed with that model face. DB Cooper, he's done. Doug McGuire, I'm talking about how crazy it is that it takes black chicks in about 9 months to shit. Crazy.
Yeah, he's been saying the same joke over and over again. It's like one of the oldest jokes ever. I guess he thinks it still holds up. All right, so that is the news. If you want to check it out for yourself, go to the MMAholes.com. We get all the stories from all over the interwebs, and it is wonderful. All right, so yeah, Luke Rockhold. I don't know, man. Look at that picture. What do you think of that, Jess?
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful shot, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of Luke. All right, let's open up some phone lines. We got 140 people.
Hang with the boys.
Remember, friends, that this is our second channel. Make sure you subscribe to our main channel if you're new to this shite, or subscribe to both, please, because you never know. We got a strike on the other one because UFC is a Duschenheimer. But that's okay.
Wonderful.
We still move on. Let's open up the phone lines. Take a couple of calls. Just if you could tell the lads and the laddises, what's a female lad? A lady?
Lady?
There's no like lattice? No.
No, I think it's just Lady Moss.
One more time, tell the peoples in the chat about our position that has opened up.
There is a sales and marketing associate position that is open up for the MMA holes. If you're interested in becoming a part of the team,
I want you to clean your vagina.
Clean your vagina first. And then head over to the MMAholes.com. You can apply there under the careers page. More positions will be opening up, so stay tuned. Make sure you keep checking back on that page for other positions. If you qualify, our team, we have 2 new marketing managers, Anthony Lombardi and Jennifer Lockwood, 2 SWOL members who have just become a part of our marketing team. Thank you guys for all your help. Are going to be looking over those resumes.
Super chat.
Wow, super chat was so deep it knocked it out. Dave, Thomas.
Bisping knocked Rockhold's fighting spirit out of his body.
That's when it all went down. That's right, Bisping. When he had the rematch, that was it. All right, Jesse. So there you go. Jesse said it all.
Yeah.
Anything else?
They will look over your resumes, and if you qualify, then you'll hear back from them. And yeah.
All right, here we go.
Join the team.
Did someone block? Oh shit! Someone blocked that dude again. I don't know what keeps happening. I keep on seeing like every other. And thank you to the donators, guys. Really appreciate it. You guys keep this show going and flowing. So much respect to all y'all sick fooks. All right, let's get ready to open up these phone lines over here.
Khabib, go. You don't need a resume. So the application on the website is the resume for you. If you don't have anything, just put N-A for not applicable. Like if you don't have employment history, it's fine.
Yes. Super chat.
Here we go. Who we got here?
Puke Cockhold got what he deserved, justice served. Trash talking punk. Great show, guys.
Thank
and
you.
Punk Jones lost.
There
Not
you-
sorry.
Thank you, Cree. Appreciate it. So Cree dropping in the dono. You are wonderful, wonderful. Punk Jones lost. So yeah, Cree is thinking that Thiago Santos got the win. I mean, listen, you're not in the minority. I mean, there's a lot of people that think Santos got the win. We're not one of them, but there's a lot of people. It is what it is. 516-522-0267. Call up. We'll take like 2 calls here. Make it nice and snappy. Get your opinions out there. So the quicker the call is, the more people we can bring on the show. All right, let's get into that chat room, and we're going to wind this shit down. We'll be live tomorrow for PFL and Fuka Friday and the UFC. 3 more shows in a row. Oh, my goodness.
Wonderful.
Oh, my goodness, Jesse. Oh, my goodness.
4-1 says if he doesn't have a resume, he's not going to be worth a rat's ass. The dude, I'm going to go Tanya Evinger on your ass. DB ringing McV delusional. Khabib goat since Khabib beat the shite out of Conor. It feels like all the trash talkers getting beat. Joker Savage is laughing in the chat. Ethan Reb, I'm in the Wendy's drive-thru.
What is he ordering? What is he ordering in there? Wendy's. I could go
Wendy's
for Wendy's
chili.
right
The chili.
now. Yeah, see, I think it's like slop.
Fucking love
It's
it,
like
man.
water.
I cannot get enough of it.
Really?
I can't. Like, every time I go to Wendy's, I get the chili.
But it's
Every
like,
fucking
it's like a
time.
drink. You need a straw to drink into a chili.
No. Oh, the chili's fantastic. It's great.
TV says ringing. Is our phone lines not working?
Joe Montana, the bacon double cheeseburger is my go-to burger at Wendy's. My go-to, 100%. I always get that one. It's fantastic.
I think she likes the bacon double cheeseburger.
It's great.
All right, let's try this again. I'm going to open it back up. Let's see. I don't know why. Why is it not working? He says it's ringing. Let's see. Let's see, Jesse. Let us see. Or maybe, let's try it again. Here we go. All right. Oh, that's why, maybe. Fucking. You know why it's not working? Because we're on the second channel. And we are logged into Google on our second channel. So that's why, thanks to the UFC, our Hangout's not working. But no worries. We'll open up the phone lines. We'll get your voices heard. Here we go. All right, here we go. 516-522-0267. Give us a call. Let me know what you think about the fights that are coming up, the fights that happen this weekend. Get your opinion heard immediately. Oh, by the way, Sean Hart and the other gentleman that won the bearded products, your stuff has been shipped. Sean, it's going to take like 3 or 4 weeks because you live all the way across the world. You're live with the MMA Holes. What is your name and what is on your mind?
Yo, DB fucking Cooper in the house.
DB Cooper.
What's up, DB?
What's going on, man? Yeah, dude, that Luke Rockhold shit, how many times could you get your fucking jaw broken, dude?
It's crazy.
For real. I mean, that guy is fucking done, son. You know? Put him on the fucking grill, kid. He's done. You know?
Yeah.
And Adesanya. I got to yell at your girl here. Adesanya is going to get smacked around by fucking Whittaker, and you believe in your little heart of hearts that he's going to beat Jon Jones?
Yes.
I can't even stand Jon Jones, and Jon Jones would take him down and slap him like a little baby girl, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Not the MMA Holes.
Hold on a second.
Close.
Fuck you.
Dave Thomas just came in with a donation real quick. Not the MMA Holes rocks. Fuck UFC. There you go. Thank you for the donation. Back to DB Cooper.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it wouldn't even be fucking close, that fight, dude. Not even close.
Jesse, would you like to retaliate?
How's it going to stop? How is it going to stop Jon Jones from taking him down and absolutely masturbating all over his face? How are you going to stop that?
I'll tell you how, DB.
All right, I'm listening.
You stop someone from masturbating all over your face. Bye.
Dude, to hear you say masturbating all over your face. Oh, man, I'm sorry. That got me.
He stops
I'm
him.
too high for this shit. Go ahead.
He stops him from masturbating all over his face by Well, I gotta be honest with you. By masturbating all over his face first.
What? You think
dude,
that?
How's he gonna do that, dude? Dude, he has pillow hands.
DB.
The only reason why he beat Kelvin Gastelum at all is because he had a better gas tank. That was it.
It's
dude,
okay.
fucking Kelvin Gastelum hit him with a head kick. Kelvin Gastelum is tall as my knee, dude.
Calvin Gastelum.
He still hit him with a head kick.
Kelvin Gastelum is not Jon Jones. And Jon Jones will lose.
What?
Against Israel Adesanya.
But Kelvin Gastelum, what does that mean?
Come on. Kelvin Gastelum almost fucking murdered him, bro. JBH, I like you as a person, but you're crazy here, son. You're crazy, dude. This Adesanya shit, you know what it's going to end up, right? It's going to end up exactly like the Till shit. You're being all up on Till's junk, and then Till gets fucked up, and then you're looking at Till like, oh, shit, and then he gets fucked up again, and you're like, oh, I'm liking him a little less. That's exactly what's going to happen to Adesanya.
In fairness.
He fought a 44-year-old man. And didn't look fantastic doing it.
In fairness, DB, I never jumped off of the Darren Till train.
You should. You should jump in front of that train and get hit by it, because that train is fucking off the rails, nigga. You know?
But since I didn't jump off that train, your argument technically isn't a valid argument, because whether Adesanya wins or loses against Jon Jones, I still wouldn't jump off the Izzy train. So I'm going to ride that shit so fucking hard, man. Like, so hard. You haven't seen anything yet.
Did you hear that, Mark? She's about to ride that shit hard, bro.
she's riding the BBC.
Be upset.
Well, it would be the first time. So she's Adesanya. She's speaking like a fan. She's not speaking logically. I've tried to drill this into her head. She's not speaking logically.
Dude, you gotta speak with your heart sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your heart is good and it's in the right place, but you have to speak with your brain. You bet with your brain, and then you love with your heart. You get what I'm saying? Like when I'm a Patriots fan, and when I know they're gonna lose, like I knew they were gonna lose against the Giants, right? I knew they were going to lose that game when they had the perfect season going. You know how many of my friends cried, oh, my God, you're putting money on the Giants. And Daddy took home $1,000 because he bet with his fucking brain.
Well, hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you wait? I remember that game very clearly. I'm a big Giants fan. You put money on the Giants in that game, the undefeated season?
Absolutely. Yes, I fucking did. Yes, I did. Yes,
the Giants?
I did. I am not ashamed to fucking say it, because it is not. It's a money thing, kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, so you like the under? That's why you did it.
No, it's money, bro. You know what I mean? It's just the fucking way it is. Sometimes when you're looking at it, dude. When you look at it, like Johnny Tapia. Do you remember Johnny Tapia?
Yeah.
Do you remember who that is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Johnny Tapia, one of my favorite boxers of all times, right? When he fought Ayala, I was young, and I told my brother, my older brother, to put money on Ayala, because I knew he was going to get fucked that fight, bro. I just knew it in my heart. He won the fight. He won the fight. If you watch it again, I still believe he won that fight. But I knew he was going to get fucked that night, dude. I just knew it in my heart. You have to just look at it in your brain sometimes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, your brain has to make the cash and make the real picks.
Yeah, sometimes.
Your heart, like, look, I love Rampage, but when he fucking fought Jon Jones, I did not bet on fucking Rampage, kid.
You know what you need?
You know what I'm saying?
DB, are you smoking on some stuff? Do you have any CBD in your system? What's going on here? You're riled up.
I have THC in my system.
Okay.
And I have 100 milligram lemonade in my system.
Interesting.
So I am well lit right now, son.
Wait, tell me about this lemonade. This lemonade is it like an edible type deal? Like you drink it and you get high?
Dude, listen, these 100 milligram fucking lemonades that I get are absolutely beautiful, dude.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Like, for somebody like you, like, I would say, like, maybe a quarter of the bottle, and then wait a half hour, and then maybe take another quarter of the bottle. Never go over half the bottle, because you're not like a smoker like I am. What I do is I open the bottle and it says serve on ice, but I take it out of the refrigerator and just smash it, so there's no need to put it on ice. And then I smoke a joint, and then fucking life is beautiful. Though,
I didn't know. I mean, I'm assuming. I guess you can intake it in any way, but I didn't know you can take it just like a lemonade. It's delicious. I mean, you got cookies, you got lemonade. So what do you go like?
Yeah, they're called lit. They're called lit. LIT. If you look them up, you should be able to get them online somewhere, dude.
Right,
we're
gonna reach out.
I'm sure,
we're gonna have them sponsor us. That's what we're gonna do. Jesse, get on the horn. Let's get them.
Dude, if you get lit to sponsor you, bro, right? I will go on every website out there and write MMA holes, all right?
Yeah, that's gonna be good. We're gonna look into it.
By the way, for Cris 85 125, that's for Cris, and I believe that wholeheartedly, dude. I've watched that fight 10 times since then, so it's all right. It's all good, bro. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
by the way, I am so mellow right now. I don't know. Ann said for me to calm down. I'm as calm as it can fucking be right now.
I don't know. It's weird. If I'm picturing you like shaking, like the jitters right now, just like fucking shaking on the. You sound like you're wired but calm at the same time. It's a weird dynamic.
Yeah, I'm very calm. I've been working all fucking day long, and I got to lay down, and I got the little message that said you guys were coming on, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna go drink a fucking lemonade.
Nice.
Smoke a joint.
I gotta look into this lemonade thing. Yeah. All right, DB, thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it.
Look, here's the thing. When I call you guys, right, I'm already amped up. I've been amped up for like an hour and a half of you guys talking, right?
Yeah.
And then I want to fucking say so much. But yeah, they're like, I don't want to yell at you guys. I don't want to hurt your little feelings and have you fucking hang up on me again like the Donald Cerrone who tapped on his nose. Let's not get into that situation again, okay?
All right, DB, thanks for the call, man. All right, so DB called in and oh shit, have we hung up on it? Fuck, we must have got disconnected. DB, we love you. We love you to death. And let us know where we get these lemonades. That's actually pretty interesting.
It's cool. People are actually really interested in this position. You guys, this is going to be high competition here.
All right.
Apply if you want it, because...
Okay. Listen, DB said it all. He's got a lot on his mind, and I'm interested in that lemonade thing. Did you get the name of that again? Oh, we gotta play it back. We gotta get the name of it. We're gonna write that down. But thank you for the call. Thank you to everyone for showing up tonight on this Wednesday show. We're gonna be back again tomorrow. The Thursday show. We're going to be back on Friday. We're going to be back on Saturday on this channel. The second channel is where we'll be flying high until the UFC lifts the strike from the MMA holes. Hopefully within a week we'll be back in action. Jesse, one more time, let the people know about the announcement you made, and then we're going to shut this shite down.
There's a new career page on the MMAholes.com, link in the description. If you would like to become a new member of the MMA Holes team, we're expanding now. We have a marketing department now. So if you would like to apply, there is a page there called Careers. Make sure you head over there. There's a job description and everything you need to know. And you can apply directly from the website. And then if you qualify, then one of our leads of the marketing team, Jennifer or Anthony, will look at your resume and then they'll get back to you.
All right.
So
it's that simple. Just go check it out on the MMAholes.com. We're looking to do some big things. We got a big day tomorrow, so we're going to get that shit done. We're going to be reacting to PFL, and we'll see you mañana. JBH, say the magical words.
Don't be an a-hole. Be a not. The MMA Holes.